boom, 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 boom. Friends, how many of us have them? Friends, boom, 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 ones we can depend on. Y'all hear the cars outside screeching and going crazy right now, right? You hear that? That's because they know that the show is about to start. Our bottom line. It's time to get it in, you guys. Let's go. It's Friday. That's right. Everybody up, everybody moving. Let's do what we got to do. Let's turn up one time right now. Let me know if you guys can hear me. It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and let's go. Let's do what we got to do. I got the mic turned all the way up, and my mic sound nice. Check one. Let's do what we do, you guys. Guess what? It's Friday morning, and we made it another day to be here together. Who's invited to the party? We gonna see. We gonna see. That's the name of the title of today's show, and I'm just hoping you guys have a fantastic show because I got a good one lined up for you. What do we have? Ha ha! We got trending topics, current events, and the health and wellness section ready for you guys this Friday morning. So guess what I got to do? Let me go ahead and get that camera straight so we can get started. Let's do what we got to do over here, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Boom, I think we learn how to do that real fast. Let me see if I got that perfect right there. Okay, let's see. After almost 500 and something episodes, might have had it with a good landing right there. Okay, I'm not mad at that at all, but let me just go ahead and move it over just a little bit so that we can get a little bit more of that other screen in there. How's everybody doing this Friday morning? It's time to wake up, everybody. Come on, it's our bottom line. Wipe your eyes. You done fell back long enough. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get some news, trending topics, current events, and chill with the fam for a little while we're over here. You guys, let's do what we got to do. Yeah, I'm going to accept that right there. I actually like that. I'm running with that right there. Okay, who we got in the building this morning? Keep on coming in. Come on in. Come on in. Because guess what? We got to get those prayers in the air the way that we normally do. And yeah, we took down yesterday's video. We'll talk about that as well. I got to be secure around here and make sure that I'm making sure that we always safe on these here YouTube streets. And look, I'm right back here again with you, so it doesn't make a difference anyway. You hear what I'm telling you guys? I'm hoping everybody's ready for a fantastic show, and let's go. What are we about to do? We got to get those prayers in the air. We got to get those prayers in the air for everybody out there, all of our family members, everybody that's in the chat this morning. Can't forget about everybody who's not here. We got to make sure that we are considerate about everybody, no matter what the situation may be. So what are we going to do? We're going to pray for happiness, happy birthday, and happy love to all my other people too that had birthdays yesterday. I ain't forget about that, but let's get into the show. All right, let's go. We got to get prayers in the air for happiness. Let's get prayers in the air for understanding. Let's get those prayers in the air for good health, for family, for reasoning, for understanding, as well as being true. And you know, we can't forget about saying love. Got to get those prayers in the air for love. And let's get some good health out there for our family as well as our animals. We want to pray for Jack this morning. Can't forget about 55 Coffee House. Lisa's in the building this morning. Miss Swanza. Angels Among Us want to pray for you too. I see Jeffrey Spilker done checked in. Yolanda, thank you so much for the love the other day, and thank you so much for being here. Money Tree, how you doing? Everything good? Rebecca Long Yen Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Can't forget about Miss Swanza, Audrey, Davey, Angels Among Us, Jack. I see everybody coming in this morning doing their thing. Sam Champion, how you doing, my brother? He's ready to go, and I'm glad that you're here. I need a little bit of protection sometimes, and I'm also glad to see you here too, my brother. Who else we got? Brad Pitbull in the building. 420, John Patrick, all of our regulars and all of our real dedicated family members. I couldn't do it without you. To tell you the truth, you guys, at this point, you're the only reason I do it anyway. Y'all see the numbers and what's going on, but we don't care. As long as you guys are here, that's what we do it for. So we're going to pray for everybody here. Thank you guys for being here, and amen. Amen, you guys. Let's go. It's time to get it in, you guys. Let's start this show. Let me get a sip of this water, because you already heard Mark Dorfman say it. It's hot in New York right now, boy. It's hot. Woo! Y'all probably hear me a lot more better right now too, since I've turned up the volume much more. Had to do a number of tests and things like that just to make sure, but I also don't want to be peaking because I do have a deep voice. But we're going to get into this show this morning, you guys. Let's go. I think it's almost time because guess what? I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Whoa. As we wind it up, boo, 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 boo. Wind it up, boo, 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 boo. Wind it up. Because it's 6 o'clock somewhere. Think it's 6 o'clock here. Let's throw that wave. Boo, 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 boo. Okay. 6 o'clock. Okay. Ole. Now let's open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those. It's Friday the 7th. Oh, that's right, y'all. 2026. Said I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Will we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and chat? Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and chat just got me lit. That's right, y'all. It's Friday. We made it through a whole nother week. Must I say it's been a rough one. Uphill, downhill, round. I just got to tell you guys, it's been a real one for me. And I'm just glad that you guys all can have a chance to chime in today and come hang out with your boy Boogotti NYC. It's time for trending topics, current events, as well as the health and wellness section. As you guys may know, yesterday's video, we took that down. The reason why, you guys should have went to the Discord yesterday, because if you were a Discord member, you would have been able to see the video that we made explaining why we actually took it down. We have to make sure that we watch out for certain words and certain things. So even though it got cleared and they put it up, I still didn't like the way that that S word was there, sitting there in that one part of the video. I could have went in and edited it out, but I didn't want to play around and even be chopping it while it was still up. So I said, you know what? Best thing to do is take that as an L. We did good on the show, and we always have a chance to come back and do it again with a clean playing field. So you know what? That's what I decided to do. And guess what? You guys need to join the Discord because we got a lot going on over there as well as what's going on here. I'm hoping everybody's having a fantastic Friday and everybody's feeling safe and sound. But guess what it's time to do? Y'all know what I'm about to say, right? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point, and let me know where you're chiming in from. We've been paying attention to oil prices and states and cities just to see what the different numbers are in comparison, because we hear what everybody's talking about, but we want to know what you're actually paying. And guess what? We still want to know where those flags are chiming in from and flying in from, because we still know that we got people from all over the world that still chime in, dedicated people like our people from Australia. I was saying to myself, you know what, even if we got to start this whole thing all over again from one and get it going again, I don't mind. I wake up in the morning anyway, and as long as the Lord allows me to, amen, I'm going to keep on doing this with you guys. So guess what? We can start it all over from one. And my other question is, friends, how many of us have them? Friends, you know what I'm talking about, right? The type of friends where if you make a mistake, they understand it because they're your friends. It's our topic of the show today. Friends, how many of us have them? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now you know what else I got to do. You already know it. Let's get into these titles. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. Who's invited to the party? If you guys notice, we got a lot of new people that have been sworn in. We've got a lot of people that are doing their thing already. We've got Mom Dami. We've also got El Sayed, and you already know who else we're talking about right there in the middle, right? And it looks like they're having a hell of a party over there. Who else is going to join? I can't even stop talking about it because it's actually true, and it seems like they're about to activate and join powers, and it seems like they're about to keep on bringing people in. What do you guys feel about that? Democrats are saying, no, we're not letting you guys into our party, but it seems like their party's growing, and it's right in front of our eyes. So you guys let me know what you think about that. And I love Jesus too. Thank you so much. Also, let's get into the bottom stories as well. We have inside our next millennium's leaders, and that's what I'm talking about right now. My question to you guys, who do you think it's going to be? Will it be J.D. Vance? Will it be AOC? Will it be Marco Rubio? Or will it be Kamala Harris? We got a couple of people so far that are showing heads and interest in 2028, but you guys got to let me know what you think. Let's keep on moving forward. What else do we have here? Senate investigators obtain Dr. Fauci's phone, and we've got the records as well. Whoa, I saw a video yesterday. I had to ask myself, is that AI? Because it can't be real. But we're going to see what we can get out of this information when it comes to Dr. Fauci. Why? Because a lot of people want to know what's going on with it. Last but not least, this Friday morning, what do we have coming on over here? USA running low on key munitions. Will this affect readiness? They're saying that the USA has used a lot of the Patriot missiles. Just to let you guys know, it costs a lot of money to make a Patriot. Why? Because each and every one of them have to be hand assembled. So that's why it takes so long, and that's why it's so expensive. But, you know, of course, when it comes down to drones, what, 30,000 bucks and you got yourself a drone? Big difference when it comes down to it. That's what they're talking about. We got a lot more to get into, you guys. I don't want to take up no more time. I'm ready to get into the show. So if you're ready to go, let's go. Let's do what we do. Grab your coffee, your water, and your tea, and your 55 Coffee House from Lisa Roy. Let's do our thing and see what the president has to say moving forward about our elections and the possibility of electoral college and what Kamala wants to do with it. Good morning, you guys. It's Friday morning. It's our bottom line.
Just last week, Kamala Harris called for eliminating the Electoral College. And she said she wants to pack the Supreme Court, and the number is 23 justices.
What's up, Scooter?
We have 9. She wants Marxist judges who all stick together. You know, the Republican judges or justices don't stick together. They don't stick together. But these 3 people that they have, they're like glue. They never veer. And in many ways, I respect that. I must tell you, they're horrible for our country. It's too bad they're on. A couple of them just don't belong. I'd like to fire them. I'd fire them if I could. I'm just responding for the meeting. I'm just responding to the... You'll say, Trump wants to fire the judges. That'll be the... No, I'm just responding. I'm just responding. The man said, fire them, sir, fire them.
All right, you guys, let's see what's going on with the Strait of Hormuz right now since we got that cleared. Let's see what's going on with the Strait right now, because Iran basically has some answers, and we're going to see what's going on.
President Trump is making his preference clear, saying he'd rather make a deal with Iran to stop the killing.
That message comes as Tehran and Oman work out a plan to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, but ships are still coming under fire.
Trey Yates joins us now from Tel Aviv with the latest. Good morning, Trey.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. The Middle East is waiting to see if a deal can be reached on the Strait of Hormuz to avoid a return to conflict. President Trump spoke overnight from Las Vegas about the Iranian regime.
We're not going to the hell out of here. I'd rather make a deal because I don't want to kill people. I do not want to kill people. But at some point we're going to... We were set for the biggest attack of any attack, and we've hit them very hard for the last few months.
Reports indicate progress in talks between Iran and Oman aimed at opening the strait. This was all led in part by requests from Gulf allies who urged the president not to strike.
Exactly, Scooter. I'm tired already.
I can say that the latest situation is that almost all of the topics are under discussion. The map, the transit routes, the entering and exiting the maritime traffic, and those bilateral side agreements with Oman.
Okay, well, they're finally talking like that. Okay, let's go, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Got that merch coming out for you today, just in case we can pull off a miracle and get up to 300 likes. I'm going to be giving out 6 of the Our Bottom Line keychains, as well as 6 of the Our Bottom Line decals. That's 12 pieces in all, but we got to get up to 300. We got enough people in on our own kitty to do something like that. Let's not worry about anybody else. We got enough people here ourselves. I'm talking about overall. Let's not worry about what's going on, because we got to do the solid as a rock trick and build it back up, but I'm with it. So let's get on over to see what J.D. Vance and the vice president has to say as he reports $50 million being prevented from being spent on some illegal, fraud. Also, they've got some stealing information that we got to get into right after that when it comes down to Dr. Oz. Let's see what's going on with this fraud right here.
This is just, this story makes my blood boil. More than $200 billion. That's how much fraud Vice President Vance says his task force has found, and good for them, in less than 6 months. Vance meeting with lawmakers today saying we need better sentencing for these people. I mean, basically, you have to make examples of these individuals to break apart these businesses that are thriving in certain neighborhoods around the country. He says it's despicable. Watch this.
We've been able to stop $56 billion in fraudulent payments that would have otherwise gone to fraudsters rather than to the people who need them. And in the process, we've saved, obviously, the American people a lot of money.
So, I mean, this is low-hanging.
I don't even need all that. Right, 55? Right, Miss Keisha? Right, Brad? Right, Jeff? Right, Guy? We don't even need all that. Just give me like a little million without taxing and just go ahead and let me do what I got to do.
Fruit, that's the problem. It's very easy in too many cases to pull off this kind of fraud. Here's one example. A suspect accused of claiming to be providing home health care to a Medicaid recipient, but then they looked at his Instagram or her Instagram on vacation. And
so they're supposed to be doing a home health care, and they're starting to give them money and all of that for taking care of their parents or somebody, but they took this shot while they were on vacation. So what are you doing? You on vacation or you actually doing home health care? That's why Instagram actually bites you in the butt sometimes, huh?
in Miami, while supposedly billing this client. Watch.
We have home care services billed that were not rendered by aides that were dead, that were in prison, that were selling drugs, aides who billed over 24 hours a day repeatedly for a year.
How do you bill for 24 hours a day repeatedly for a year, y'all? That's a serious question right there. What agency's paying that? Like, how you even getting that first check? What are you talking about? How much money is that? 24 hours a day for 2 weeks. You know how much money that would be? Even at $20, that's a lot of money. Like, come on.
Aides who billed halfway around the world in Saudi Arabia. Aides who were billing while jet-setting across the Caribbean and Europe.
Dr. Mehmet Oz, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services Administrator, was there at that Justice Department hearing or speaking press conference, excuse me, and he announced these new charges. Dr. Oz, thank you very much. It's great to have you with us today, sir. This Philadelphia scam is reminiscent of what we've seen in other places. You know, how big is this problem? I guess we'll start there.
Massive. The vice president, who has been tackling this with the anti-fraud task force that the president put together, is using an all-of-government approach, which is why you're seeing us now getting our arms around this problem. But Martha, I want to give people confidence. This is very much like the border crisis from 2 years ago. The one thing that was lacking in closing the border was the will of the federal government to close the border. Once the president decided he wanted it closed, it was closed. The president is deciding, vice president supported the entire task force. All of us want this problem dealt with.
Did you guys read what 55 Coffee House says? 2,080 hours is normal for a 40-hour work week. Oh my God, I told you, y'all be dropping bombs in the chat.
Gentleman speaking, David Metcalf, is the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania. Philadelphia, basically. That building behind us was the federal holding area. It's the jail. Someone in that jail was theoretically getting care as a home health care provider from his wife. That was part of the fraud. And you know what he said? He said, everyone's doing it. If you're going to arrest me, you're going to have to arrest everybody in Philadelphia. Another perpetrator who went to that jail was literally picked up on drug charges, wanted to lock out, sign out from his home care gig that he was doing as a side hustle, and he said, I needed to do it. And they said, what are you talking about? He said, well, yeah, we're all doing it. It's the best kept secret in Philadelphia. And
wow. Oh my God. So I guess they just, woo. Oh man, I don't know what you guys think about that, but that is bananas. People in jail actually making money off of doing healthcare. How are you possibly billing for that? When are we gonna hold everyone accountable? Dr. Oz was perfect for this position. He's doing fantastic. That's why I don't listen to people with what they're saying, you guys, because a lot of people hate, oh, he was on TV, he did whatever. But guess what? He's a real doctor, so he knows procedure. He knows what's going on and what doesn't make sense in certain places. So y'all can hate on him about whatever you don't like, but the fact of the matter is, just like who said it? Audrey said it. Dr. Oz was perfect for this position. He's doing fantastic. And if you guys are ready, it's Friday. I told you we're gonna turn up today. We got a fantastic show. Are you ready? Because it's time to go and do it. Because we got to bring it straight there. And Mom dummy, na easy supercut, na use a dumb dummy, na easy supercut, na use a dumb dummy, na easy supercut, na use a dumb dummy, dummy, mom dummy. Yes, mom dummy, na easy supercut. For real, y'all, we got to get on over to Staten Island where the crowd gets a standing ovation. For once in the time, you know what they actually did? They booed him so hard, he had to leave. So Staten Islanders, everybody out there that was part of this situation that booed him off the stage, I wish I was there. You should have threw me the mic. I'd have just been like this. Oh. I would have did the whole song right there. Mom down here, everybody would have been like, yes, Irie. Really got him out of there. Yes, Mayor Mamdani had to cut his speech short due to yelling and shouting. Yeah, let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Let's see what's going on with this one right here.
Catch this, Bill? New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani had to cut his speech short the other day. That's because a large crowd started booing him off the stage after less than a minute into the speech. That was happening during a national night out against crime event. Our Brian Yenes is live in our news.
I'm talking about, he tried the whole face, y'all. Well, you know, today I'm going to talk about the Congress and everything, what's going on with it. And they just boo. I'm talking about they was getting a boo. He didn't have a word in edgewise.
Room. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Aisha. Well, it has been a rough week for New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani. Tuesday, the Democratic Socialist was booed and cursed at an NYPD community event on Staten Island, the most conservative borough in the city. Mamdani is also facing criticism over his new pied-à-terre tax. Fresh accusations, his anti-Israel rhetoric is stoking anti-Semitism, and now growing questions about how Mamdani is going to pay for his $10 billion a year agenda that's projecting to cost more than he said. Let's start with free universal child care. The Center for New York City Affairs estimates the cost at up to $9.3 billion a year, 55% more than Mamdani said. Most of that pays for his promise of teacher-level salaries for child care workers. Then there's free and fast buses. Mamdani said that would take $800 million a year. The city's independent budget office says $1.1 billion. That plan is now on hold. Mamdani said he would raise $10 billion a year, mostly through new taxes on corporations and millionaires. So far, he's projected to raise about $1 billion a year from a new pied-à-terre tax and state aid.
And he's getting that from people, from like the homeowners and stuff. So he's not even going after who he said he was.
Here's the problem. Only the state can levy new taxes, and Governor Kathy Hochul has said no. She gave the city $1.2 billion over 2 years for child care. Beyond that, neither of them can say how to pay for it all.
Is it possible to fund 2K going forward without
increasing taxes on the wealthy.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is that we fund programs like this.
I am committed to the program next year. I can't commit future budgets at this time.
Making matters worse, Aisha, Mamdani's own budget office projects a $7 billion deficit next year.
That's because he's the mayor and he should not be the mayor. That's it. A lot of people in the comments are saying the same thing. What qualifications does Mamdani have to be the mayor? Didn't even ever have a job before, did he? What was his last job? Good question. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Now, the Senate says they have obtained a copy of Dr. Fauci's COVID-era phone information. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let's get it. And again, we understand that a lot of people feel as if Dr. Fauci's case is something that's a waste of time. You feel that there's nothing that's going to happen to him. You feel that we shouldn't be covering it. You feel that we are wasting our time. We're going to still play it no matter what. Can we cover every person that we just said just now? So you can save yourself on the comments and so the other people can stick to what they have to say about this? I'd appreciate that. Now let's get on over to Washington, where I said the Senate says that they have obtained a copy of his COVID-era phone records. Let's get on over to that, you guys. Let's go.
Looked about over Capitol Hill here, where a Senate panel investigating Dr. Anthony Fauci now says it has obtained a copy of his COVID-era phone, potentially securing even more records related to his previous handling of the pandemic. That cell phone, provided to the Senate Homeland Security Subcommittee by HHS, was apparently used by Fauci during his time as director of the National Institute for Allergies and Infectious Diseases. Now, this revelation here coming just days after copies of Fauci's personal diary were made public. Republicans have tried to press Fauci about his leadership during the pandemic, as well as origins of COVID-19. Now, tomorrow, that same Senate subcommittee, led by Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, will vote whether to hold Fauci in contempt of Congress. This all comes, of course, after last week's fiery testimony where he invoked the Fifth Amendment more than 100 times.
I plead the
Well, looked out over Capitol Hill here.
Well, they already did that. They already made the vote and everything, so.
Hence, the question is on the final passage of S252 as modified. The clerk will call the roll.
Senator Johnson.
Aye.
Senator Langford. Aye. Senator Scott. Aye. Senator Hawley. Aye. Senator Moreno. Aye. Senator Ernst.
Aye by proxy.
Senator Moody. Senator Peters.
Aye.
Senator Hassan. Aye. Senator Blumenthal. Aye. Senator Fetterman.
Aye by proxy.
Senator Kim.
Aye by proxy.
Senator Gallego.
Aye by proxy.
Senator Slotkin.
Aye by proxy.
Senator Paul.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, on the vote of those present, the yeas are 10, the nays are 0. On the vote by proxy, and for the record only, the yeas are 5, the nays are 0. On this vote, the yeas are 10, the nays are 0, and the motion is agreed to.
We will now turn to S3175, Community Involvement in Zone Improvement Plans.
Just so
ZIP Act of 2025.
Now that was just in case anybody wanted to know who and how and when it went down, and just to be actually in the, how would it look like in the room when they were voting on this. That's how we do it over here at Our Bottom Line. Let's double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. It's Friday, y'all. Y'all want to get some merch? Let's try to get those likes up to 300. And guess what? We are right on the cusp of 74,000 subscribers. So if you're a new person here and you like what you're seeing so far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there. Make sure that you wait around for that bell to pop up, because it's going to say all. Hit all. This way you get all notifications. That's our videos, that's our live, and whatever else we do, podcasts, even our posts. Let's keep on moving over, because we got to keep on talking about the same thing when it comes down to the same people, HHS, as they shut down the organ donation agency after some pretty eerie stories of that have been uncovered. I don't even know if I should show this. I'm going to be very quick about this and get this out there so that you guys can get some information on it. But yeah, I think it's important that we know what's going on out there, because you know when you check that box, do you know where they actually go to when it comes down to those, inside of you? Let's see what's up with that.
Just Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. announcing the agency is shutting down a Kentucky organ donation group over what the federal officials call serious patient safety concerns. Fox News senior medical analyst Dr. Mark Siegel caught up with the secretary yesterday and joins us now. Hey, Doc.
Lawrence, Health and Human Services is pulling the accreditation of Network for Hope, the main organ procurement organization in the state of Kentucky, over multiple violations. I spoke with HHS Secretary Kennedy, who says these organizations are essentially statewide monopolies. Some are doing great work, but some are motivated by money.
All of the kind of the power and the prestige and the opportunity that comes with that can prove a temptation for some of these organizations. Luckily, most of them are highly ethical. This organization was really a bad apple.
HHS says it uncovered 73 separate instances where the process of harvesting an organ should have been stopped sooner. The investigation revealed that the nonprofit pressured medical personnel to proceed, despite patients showing active signs of life and neurological function.
Just keep on moving forward, you guys. I could have went deeper on that, but I don't think we need to, because you already get where we're going with it and there. Kind of crazy. One of the people was actually about to get his taken out. I showed you that episode like a couple of weeks ago, and he was still alive. They was like, hold on a minute. They were like, yeah, but we need that. He came out walking on the scene. You guys, serious situation right there. Keep on moving forward. Let's go. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. Washington. Federal officials investigate how 2 planes came within 500 feet of each other. Those 2 planes were actually Marine One and a regular cargo, not a cargo plane, I'm sorry, a passenger plane that should not have been taken off at the same time as the president's plane. Let's keep it going, you guys. Let's go. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. We working. It's Friday. That's right.
The 2 aircraft came as close as 500 vertical feet of each other, a clear violation of the FAA's safe distance procedures. Crisis averted in the skies over our nation's capital. This morning, the FAA and National Transportation Safety Board are investigating how a passenger plane was allowed to take off from Reagan National Airport just moments before President Trump took off from the White House on the Marine One presidential helicopter. Per protocol, airspace should have been cleared.
Tower, just want to make sure you copy Marine One, 3 minutes to left.
This is air traffic control audio from Marine One before takeoff Tuesday. The pilots give controllers multiple 3-minute warnings.
This is what I'm saying. They're massively professional. Massively. Every 3 minutes before they're about to take off. We got 9 minutes before we're about to take off. We got 6 minutes before we're about to take off. We got 3 minutes. You feel me? They're letting them know. They're giving them a countdown. This is Marine One. The president's White House and their administration, the people that are basically the White House's staff, letting them know, countdown. You guys ready to clear this area for us, right? And still, look what happens.
And under standard procedure, controllers should have paused commercial traffic at Reagan National. But it appears controllers did not hear any 3-minute warnings. One controller even claiming on the radio that no warning was given.
Marine One, you said you're proceeding as brief? National Tower, that's Marine One, proceeding as brief. Okay, no 3 minutes, Roger, proceeding brief.
This is not the first time airspace in D.C. has been a safety issue. Last year, the mass tragedy over the Potomac. All 67 people on board were killed when a passenger plane collided mid-air with a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter.
That's why stuff like this is very important. We might not think it is. We might think it's just, oh, whatever, they made it through. That's why this stuff is very important, you guys, because all it needs is a little problem, something to happen. They don't need to touch at all any space between it. Even the turbulence, even the wind pressure between them being close is not really that safe. Yeah, we'll still want to pray for those people who lost their lives on that Black Hawk situation as well, and the other people who lost their lives as well. And thank God for this situation. You know why? Because we don't only pray when bad tragedies happen and say, God, give us the strength. We like to step up and say, God, thank you for preventing things from happening, and as well as your miracles that you give us every single day. Father God, we thank you. Amen. We don't just pray and say, oh, can't do that, you guys. We gotta be on both sides. I know he'd be up there looking at us like, yeah, look, they about to ask me for something else. Ain't saying nothing about when I saved such and such, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's keep on going, you guys, because we got to talk about it. We got another situation over here from the man that was Watch your head. Arrested for messing around at Trump's golf course. I don't know why they keep on doing this. Yesterday when I announced it, the day before, somebody said, again, had to remind me of the other guy that went out there trying to do it, right? Didn't he get like 10 or 15 years and his daughter was crying or something like that? He probably got even more than that.
This morning, we are following some new information and details coming out of California about that man accused of pretending to be part of the president's security detail as he was getting ready to make that trip out to California.
So he tried to chill with the security detail. He was chilling with everybody else. The next day when he tried to go hang out with the Secret Service, they was like, yeah, come on and hang out. Gotcha.
Detectives arresting this man right here, Janine Tail, at Trump National Golf Club, and he is now in custody. This is happening at the Rancho Palos Verdes 2 days before the president visited for that fundraising dinner. Now, according to the report, he was first seen in pictures with an earpiece trying to fit in. He later returned to the course a couple of days later where he tried on the golf course, walking around the golf course with an earpiece.
Hold on a minute, I want to make sure, because we can't play that other thing right there. We could play this.
And federal agents walking around the golf course with an earpiece trying to fit in. He later returned to the course a couple of days later where he tried convincing Secret Service he was part of the State Department. They didn't buy it. They arrested him. And investigators say they then found that trove of weapons in his car during his search. Back in Afghanistan, 2016. Now Taylor's 2016. From 2008 through 2016. Now Taylor is slated to appear before a judge. He was supposed to be in court today. That did get moved. He's still in custody, though, this morning in state custody. Has not been transferred to federal custody just yet. This morning, we are following some new information and details.
From 2016 to 2018, he was actually inside of the services. From 2016 to 2018, it's probably where he got that plow or where he learned how to use it at. And you see how he tried to blend in with the security first. Then when he went back, like I said, watch your head. Secret Service wasn't playing with it. Keep on going forward, you guys. Let's go. Why do they keep doing this? Why? They think they're going to get through? How are they going to get through? How many of you guys double tap that screen to get those likes up? Have you already subscribed to the Our Bottom Line channel? We don't just do this. We got a lot of other stuff going on now. I'm actually in the field now, just breaking myself into it, starting to get used to it. We're going back out today. Going to go hit some other locations up with some other topics. Gonna get into it, you guys. You gotta start getting out there, moving around. They want you to be original, so let's be original. Let's give it to them. We got it. We gotta just bottle it up and sell it to them. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Florida, where it never fails. It never fails. We got a man arrested again. Watch your head. And this foolio here, you ain't gonna believe what he did. You know how you just fall asleep on a flight, on a plane? You're supposed to. They bring you a pillow. They ask you if you want something to drink. They even tell you, you know what, we're gonna turn the cabin lights down so that you can get your rest. But they don't tell you that when it's parked and when it's inside of the airplane lot. You kidding me? You guys mean to tell me that this fool actually went to the airport, climbed over a fence, and got on a plane and fell asleep? I mean, this takes the Three Little Bears to a whole nother level. Let's get on over to Florida, like I said, where it never fails.
Aboard a JetBlue airplane.
An airplane employee forced to call for help after finding a man sleeping inside the aircraft, and how he got there was all caught on camera. Local 10's Rosh Lowe joining us live in Fort Lauderdale with this story. Rosh, what in the world?
You know, getting some shut-eye on the plane, that's not a big deal. But you know what is a big deal? Getting that shut-eye without a boarding pass. You know what's also a big deal? Jumping over a fence and getting onto that plane. And it leaves one with the question, how in the world can this happen?
All I'm saying is I hope he got caught in first class. Because just like Robin Harris said, hey, when I die, I want to be full. Give me everything. Give me everything I'm supposed to have when I'm in first class. I just hope he was in first class.
It's the case of the sleepy stowaway. Let's introduce you to this guy, Samuel Lackey. On Sunday, a JetBlue...
Wait a minute. What is his name? Let's do that again, y'all. What was his name? Let's do it.
Let's introduce you to this guy, Samuel Lackey. On Sunday, a JetBlue employee found him sleeping aboard a 2012 JetBlue Airbus A320. The aircraft had been at Jetscape for maintenance, and according to the Broward Sheriff's Office, this whole thing is caught on camera.
And it was easy for this guy to get onto the plane because there were those portable steps there because maintenance was being done. But you have to ask yourself this question. How in the world does this happen in an environment where there's increased security at the airport? How does this guy get over a fence? Surveillance video footage shows him climbing those steps and getting on to an airplane.
As a result, there was a flight interruption as the plane was scheduled for a flight. One of the charges is burglary to a conveyance. And not just any conveyance. How about an airplane?
Somebody's sleeping in my bed, and he's still there.
Noting the conveyance in this matter is a 2012 JetBlue Airbus A320.
Yes, unusual, and there's more. Here's the timeline. The Broward Sheriff's Office says he snuck onto the plane Saturday night. The doors were locked, and the plane was pushed back to a parking space. And that's when the alleged shut-eye took place until 5:39 in the morning.
Your boy slept all night. He was in there like this. Like Tom and Jerry, how they do the cartoons, lullaby and good night. He was knocked out. He probably tore up all of the snacks, inside of the little trays and stuff like that. He in there like this. Yes, I'll have a Sprite. Would you happen to have any Grey Poupon?
When JetBlue employees arrived to give quite the wake-up call.
Can you even imagine those employees getting onto that plane? And remember, that plane was supposed to take off for another destination, and seeing this guy just sound asleep? Well, that's what the sheriff's office said happened, but it really does highlight another issue. What's happening here in terms of security?
What's happening in the airspace? What's happening with security? You guys, what's going on with our airports and our airlines? Because it's not like we haven't been showing you guys this all around. So yeah, man, that's crazy right there. Let's get on over to New Mexico because they're suing the DOJ. You remember when they wanted to get Epstein and the DOJ stepped in and said, no, we got this. Well, guess what? They're angry now. They're mad that they couldn't get it done before. So guess what? They're going for it.
Meanwhile, our state attorney general also is frustrated with the federal government today. In the same investigation, Raul Torres filed a lawsuit against the U.S. Department of Justice as part of our state's reopened investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. AG Torres says his office has requested unredacted Epstein files, but the feds have refused to hand them over.
Zorro Ranch comes up over 13,000 times in the publicly available documents. The problem is a number of those references are immediately followed by either fully redacted documents or partially redacted documents, which obscures and inhibits our ability to identify potential co-conspirators, witnesses, leads, and other active.
So is this the reason why none of the rich and powerful going to jail for this? Or this is what they're trying to say? Or please help me out.
Investigative steps that we could take.
Our state is asking a judge to find the Fed's refusal to hand over those records unlawful. Our state attorney general wants a court to force the DOJ to turn over Epstein files or at least reevaluate our state's initial request.
Okay, I get it now.
Meanwhile,
they made them stop doing their investigation. So now give us everything that you got when you found it out to whatever you got going on in our state. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to keep on. Now, we got a situation where this deli worker has been pow an attempted armed robbery on the Lower East Side. And this is crazy right here. Candy and chips didn't do the deal, huh? Somebody went inside the store and said, hey, can I get some candy and some chips? Soon as the guy went to give it to him, oh, I don't have any money, but I got this. Pulled it out, powed him in the ankle. Yep. Now there's a $5,000 reward to see whoever's found that did this by the bodega owners of New York. What's up, MOP? What's poppin', everybody? Let's go.
Award offered tonight in the case of a bodega worker shot on the Lower East Side. The shooting happened overnight inside of a deli on Rivington Street. Police say the 25-year-old employee was shot in the leg during a robbery. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo is live on the Lower East Side with more. Anthony?
Sade, police are still looking for the shooter. We're
one of the hardest jobs to ever have. The bodega owners and bodega workers, oh my God, you just gotta sit there, stand there and endure the nonsense.
We're told that suspect had been lingering inside this convenience store here on the Lower East Side. First, he told employees he didn't have the money to pay for the items he wanted. Then he told them he was transferring money. Something seemed off, but nothing could have prepared workers for what they encountered next. Detectives spent the day canvassing for video, looking for images of the guy who shot a store clerk over some candy and chips.
He acted like he was a regular customer. He to the store, he asked for some stuff. We gave him those stuff. He asked for some candy and some chips and whatnot. We gave him those stuff. He attempted to pay for it. He didn't have the money.
The clerk spoke with Eyewitness News after being grazed by a bullet in the leg at 1:30 in the morning. He says the man claimed he was going to get the money to pay for the items, but all of a sudden the clerk was being held up at gunpoint in his convenience store.
He waited for the right opportunity until we were distracted, came behind a counter, started pointing the gun, and then I guess he didn't get what he wanted, so he just shot.
The store on Rivington Street on the Lower East Side is equipped with just about every crime deterrent possible, a panic button and security camera system. But what is really needed is tougher penalties for illegal gun possession, according to the United Bodegas of America.
Right now, there are no consequences. Right now, this guy is out loose. He ran west when he came out of the store. United Bodegas of America is offering $5,000 for anyone that could tell us who committed this crime, who shot this man.
The people who live and work on this block on the Lower East Side want to know the same thing. They say they've already been living amongst drug dealing and criminal activity, and this just adds to their concerns.
You ever hear of LES, Lower East Side? That's what they're talking about. LES? Oh yeah. Alphabet City? Oh yeah, it be jumping.
From what I've known, the people that's been here longer than me, they've said that it's always been crazy. And it's just getting worse.
Okay, so Kathy Jokul Hokel, Mom Dami, and Tish, which you're talking about, crime is down with numbers and all of that. Okay, let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. And yes, we're going to ask for some prayer right now for everybody here to get them that healing that he's going to need. It seems like emotionally he's going to be able to endure, because he says he's going right back to work, and he probably did. It's a family situation and they have no choice. Most of those are convenience stores. Want to pray for him to get some positive healing. Want to ask the Lord to protect him in every way. And also, we do not have to be of the same race, religion. We still pray for you guys no matter what, because we still love you and you're still human. We're all a part of the human race. That's right. Amen. This is the human party over here, you guys. I'm sorry. There's no Republicans or Democrats or independents or conservatives. There's all people that just have something to say. And we came here and we created a platform to be fair and be able to get it out. That's why we got the right people that's still sticking around. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let's see. Probably was, Brad. Probably was. Let's go. I don't want to say the word because then they're going to be like, oh, Boogotti. Nope, not going to do it. Let's go. There was another tanker that was actually hit too in the Strait of Hormuz. That's why I keep asking you guys about the gas prices. Do me a favor right now. Everybody doesn't drive, but everybody that does, can you do your boy a favor? Let me know the price of what you're paying right now for the gasoline in your city or state. Let me know the city or state, and please let me know what 1 gallon of regular petrol gasoline is costing you. If you're overseas, what are you paying for petrol in your country? Let us know. We like to know about stuff like that, especially if you're in California, because boy, does that get the conversation jumping. Every time somebody lets us know the price out of there, it's crazy. Let's see what's going on with the Strait of Hormuz.
Right now, as I mentioned, we are following all of the latest coming in out of the Middle East. And there on the right-hand side of your screen, you can see a live look over the Strait of Hormuz with a lot of different vessels that are pretty much staying still at this point. And that's what we've seen as the strait has remained closed. And I'm going to pop this up to give you a better look at that map coming in from marine traffic. Now, President Trump is saying that a deal could be announced as soon as this week to reopen the strait. No surprise here, though, Iran is again denying that, saying that it is in the final stage of drafting an agreement with Oman over the strait, but that it only concerned shipping routes, not the reopening of that entire waterway. This is coming in from Iran International English, as this morning the Secretary of Iranian Parliament's National Security and Foreign Policy Committee adds that the strait will remain closed until the U.S. lifts its naval blockade, the U.S. leaves the region, and threats against Iran come to an end. All of that, of course, something that President Trump and the Pentagon insist will not be happening. In the meantime, a tanker reported hearing 2 explosions while traveling through the strait. That was earlier today. And again, the information from Iran International English, the UK Maritime Trade Operation, saying that it happened about 9 nautical miles southeast of Qumzar, Oman. The UK MTO initially classified this as an attack, but later downgraded it to an advisory, and review determined that the intended target could not be conclusively identified. So it still could have been an attack, but all of that at this point is unclear. Also,
okay, you guys, so I get it. It seems like Florida's actually got the best gas prices right now. It seems like places like Michigan and wherever that other place was $4 and something and change. That's still too much to be paying for 1 gallon of gasoline, you guys. It's still too much. And that's why our food prices and all of our other prices are still up. As long as the distributors and as long as those truckers can make that gasoline argument, we're going to be paying higher prices. So we're going to probably be here for a little while now, you guys. So that's why I wanted us to know, because when everybody starts seeing the numbers, that gives us a good idea of what's going on here. Now let's see what's going on, because I know a lot of people are not going to be too happy about this situation right here. El Sayed scores a major upset. Let's see what's going on with this right here, you guys, as he takes over in Michigan.
The Democratic Party's progressive wing just scored its biggest victory of the midterm election cycle. Dr. Abdul El-Sayed won Michigan's hotly contested Democratic Senate primary, edging out moderate Congresswoman Haley Stevens in what turned out to be a much closer race than many expected. El-Sayed declared victory by telling supporters, quote, "We shook up the world." The former Detroit health official was backed by some of the biggest names on the left, including Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Now, his win is being viewed as a major test of whether the progressive wing of the Democratic Party can compete and...
Exactly, 55 Coffee House. You saw that little party scene going on up on the top-hand corner there? That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys right now, where you had one that looked like Mom Dame, Naiza Supercat, and then you had the rice and peas in the middle with Ilhan Omar. And then, of course, on the left-hand side, that was El Sayed. That's the senator from Michigan, just won. And guess what? He's not stopping. We got a little bit of information coming in from him too, so just keep with us.
To win in a critical swing state. El-Sayed will now face Republican Mike Rogers in November in a race that Democrats consider essential to their hopes of winning back control of the U.S. Senate. With more than $80 million spent, the contest became the most expensive Democratic Senate primary in American history.
So you guys understand what I'm talking about when I show you this graphic now. That's El-Sayed over there, right? Just a little rendition of him. We got Ilhan in the middle, and on the other side, Mom Dami. Starting to see a little thing going on here, huh? You guys understand what I'm saying? And now they're like, hey, we got another person that we may need to get behind for this campaign. Let's put all of our power in and get that person. You know what? I think El-Sayed needs to run for president in 2032. You get where I'm going with this? Yeah, you get me, right? Okay, let's keep on moving forward and let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. And let's get on over to see what John Fetterman has to actually say about the issues that major challenges to El-Sayed. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I'm not making this stuff up. I'm just saying it's a possibility. Let's keep on going. Let's see what's happening here. But it seems like it's actually coming together that way, huh? Okay.
That split the party. Far-left progressive Abdul El-Sayed is now urging Democrats to unite after defeating Congresswoman Haley Stevens in Michigan's Senate primary.
We as a party have to come together. You know, we had a hard-fought battle. There were some...
So the things that he's going to be going for, phew, watch what he wants, y'all. He wants us to spend more money on illegals, and he's telling us it's not fair for illegals to not have a license. That's the first thing we got to take care of. How are they gonna make a wage?
disagreements, but I also know that the things that unite us are so much bigger than whatever it is that divides us. We have an opportunity right now to come together to embrace the idea that we can have an America that is affordable, because Michiganders right now are suffering. Mike Rogers is exactly the opposite of that, and we have an opportunity to come together to defeat him, defeat Trumpism, hold him accountable, and start actually addressing the challenges that people in Michigan are facing.
A former Obama fundraiser and Silicon Valley tech pioneer Allison Wayne joins me now. Allison, great to have you back on the program.
Sorry, Allison, I put a check in here to get to 137. I feel for you and all of that, but I got to get to 137. I'm so sorry. I even got it over there in the queue. We're 137 at. Yeah, I got what you got to say, but we got to get here because this is bananas.
So, Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman is issuing this challenge to El Sayed over the course of the next 3 months. Listen.
And I just want to issue a dare. Continue to campaign with Hassan Piker right now. You're in a general election now. I dare you. Keep campaigning with someone like Hassan Piker, the guy that, on the 25th anniversary of 9/11, my best friend says America deserved 9/11, and you're going to try to win a general election. So that's, how can he reconcile the outlandish thing that he said?
Okay, so that's the question, Allison. We heard in the introductory soundbite that I played.
Now hold up here. What we got here?
There. So what are those friends saying this morning about what this means? This
of Michigan socialism. I know.
Trying to find that other part when he said that craziness. Oh man, he was bugging. I'm like, what are you? Oh, there he go. Here we go. There you go. I'm sorry about that. Let's get over to this part. This is the craziness.
We had a hard-fought battle. There were some disagreements, but I also know that the things that unite us are so much bigger than whatever it is that divides us. We have an opportunity right now to come together to embrace the idea that we can have an America.
Oh, nah, I already played that part, but yes, he definitely said that, you guys, talking about getting them licenses and all types of stuff. This is crazy. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Bro is wearing a suit. They are delusional. You Fetterman, wearing a suit. Yeah, he's wearing a suit right now, right? Yeah, you know when he's serious when he's wearing that suit, talking about Fetterman, right? Let's keep on going over to Brisbane. I like this. I remember that name because I was rocking with Black Rob one time, and he was like writing the rhyme or whatever. And I think he said, chick name, I was chicken out in Brisbane. I'm like, oh, this dude be going places, huh? Okay, so Brisbane is the place that you said. And a lot of other places that I have not traveled. He used to put that in his rhymes as well. R.I.P. to Black Rob, one of my homeboys, one of my great friends. But bad boy legend, but also on his own. You already saw what he did for the label and put him on his back. We got to go over to Brisbane. Just happened to remind me of my boy, just saying that word. Closed circuit television footage captures a shocking moment where a car tears through a bus. I need you guys to pay attention to this. If you got to zoom in, go ahead and do that, because this car took flight and wound up inside of a bus. They didn't say anything about tragedies or anybody that got hurt. I'm hoping that nobody got hurt. But all we're going to be seeing right now, of course, is a bus that's just driving on its own. Remember, it's closed, it's CCTV, so there is no audio. But we're going to be looking for the situation to come in from this direction. You guys got me? So pay attention to the off-road situation that's about to happen in 5, 4, 3, 2. CCTV captures shocking moment a car tears through a Brisbane bus. I mean, do you need audio to explain that? Hopefully nobody got hurt, but yeah. And just like somebody in the comments said, whoa, that was like, whoa. Cars flying through the side of the bus like, whoa, yeah. From the interior. Interior view.
Get out. Take your ride the bus, quickly.
Y'all saw that, right?
Are you okay? Come on, mate. Go.
Oh boy, I'm glad that the person that was driving is okay. Glad that there's no casualties or anything like that. But that was crazy. A couple more inches over, or feet over, could have got the driver. Luckily they did it. And again, Lord, thank you so much for preventing something negative from terrible from happening. We always thank you for always stepping in and showing your blessings to us in those ways. Amen. That could have went down a total different way. Did you guys see that? Yeah. Check this out, you guys. Now we got the information coming in from the broken wristed click. They're not happy. You guys know who I'm talking about, the BWC. I can't really say what I want to say, but you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Because the other day in Philadelphia, I mean, that's the type of wrist that you can't even keep up when you put a board up under there with some duct tape. I'm talking about straight up and down broken wristed click. Let's get on over here. Let me explain what's going on with this situation. Because Philadelphia, the police respond to a Pride weekend backlash because they're saying that the police were very rough on them. Let's see what's going on with this, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward and check out this.
Also holding hearings on what happened during Philadelphia's Pride weekend. Here's what we know. Several officers and officials actually gave testimony today, including Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel, addressing what many are calling questionable tactics made in the neighborhood that weekend. Mayor Parker saying today.
You guys heard what they called it, right? Not the neighborhood. It was another word that he said. You heard it right. I'm not going to say it, but see if you can remember, see if you can notice the word that he said.
The city must do better. Shayna, you were there? Break it down for us.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel making it very clear that not everything went as it was supposed to, that the tactics were not perfect, and that changes are coming.
Stand here before all of you, and I say this to you. Next year, it will not be like that. It will be prepared.
Somebody in the background said, better not be.
Philadelphia Police Commissioner Kevin Bethel admitting some of the policing methods were out of policy during Pride weekend. This coming after backlash and viral social media videos depicting officers pushing people in the crowd along the neighborhood, some using a taser to disperse crowds, others accused of using their horses to aggressively move the crowds along. Something Councilmember Rue Landau says was deeply disturbing to watch.
There was such an aggressive show of force on what was supposed to be a day filled with joy. We heard from people who were frightened and who have said they don't feel safe going to the neighborhood since Pride.
Oh, God.
Commissioner Kevin Bethel in the hot seat fielding questions about the policing tactics deployed that day, admitting some things were done wrong.
No one in my department gave any order that you're going to go down into the neighborhood and attack the LGBTQ plus community. That is not who we are as an organization. That is not who I will allow us to be as an organization.
Video circulating on social media showing masked officers policing the crowds in the neighborhood, something he says is simply out of policy.
Imagine if you was living down there for like 20 years and then all of a sudden they changed the name of your neighborhood to that. What would you do? They'd be like, yo, I'm coming to your crib, Scooter. Yo, what area you live in, yo? Yo, Vincenzo, what part of the hood you live in, Jordan? Hey, yo, Brad, I'm gonna come pull up. Yo, Audrey, what part of Philly you live at? And you gotta tell them.
My men and women are not supposed to be wearing masks unless it's by policy. They do not and shall not and will not be wearing masks. We will address that. We address that internally, and we'll address that through the disciplinary process.
Additionally, the officer's use of a taser sound to move crowds along is simply no longer Philadelphia police policy. However, members of the LGBTQ plus community making it plain, saying there is more work to be done.
Philadelphia cannot celebrate LGBTQ plus people in June and treat it like a public safety problem for the rest of the year.
You are going to use horses on kids, motorcycles on kids.
Okay, you guys. All right. See, I always try to have a fair and impartial show over here. Everybody gets to say what they need to say, so we let them say what they got to say, right? We leave it like that. Let's keep it moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Because now we got a scammer, allegedly. You guys see him on the screen up there. The sad part about it is he's no longer alive. He was found dead. Very young gentleman, looks like, too, huh? But what was he doing? Allegedly he was targeting NFL players. Yeah, You guys, and he was found not here anymore. You think it has something to do with maybe some of the skills names that he's had going on, allegedly? I don't know. But guess what? We're also almost at 74,000 subscribers. And if you appreciate the show and didn't get that subscription already, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and show some love with the super chat. It's always open and we appreciate all the love. We're not turning down no collars but these. We turn down nothing but these 2 collars. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Also, we're giving away merch. On top of that, we'll be giving away 6 pieces of the Our Bottom Line decal keychains. They're actually decal keychains because the logo's on there. And we're also going to be giving away 6 of the Our Bottom Line decals for Purple Sunday friends and people that want to represent for the show. All you got to do is get those likes up to 300 and I'll be sending out 12 pieces of merch. The email address, bridgethisllc@gmail.com. And if you want to send information for the health and wellness section, that's the same email address. Let's see what type of scams this guy was running, trying to get these NFL and athletes to invest in some scams online.
Are investigating the death of Mohamed Koulibaly, the alleged scammer accused of targeting multiple former NFL players with a fake e-commerce scheme. According to police, the 24-year-old's body was found Friday in the swimming pool of a Harrison Township, New Jersey home by officers making a welfare check after family members called in concerns about his well-being. The discovery coming just weeks after a Barron's investigation named Koulibaly as the organizer of a purported scam that sought to swindle professional athletes by selling them stakes in bogus web stores.
The athletes and other investors would buy into these e-commerce shops that seemed to be doing really good business based on the sales logs that they were able to review. But we were able to determine that those transactions were manually input by somebody with access to the back end of these stores. And the purpose of this was to make these athletes think that they had these successful investments in these shops.
3 former NFL players telling the outlet they collectively lost more than $1 million in investments made with Koulibaly.
One dude put up $500,000 of all the money he had.
So then months went by, and Mohammed always had a different excuse for why he wasn't paying them, and finally
Jeffrey Epstein resemblant.
They just realized they were potentially being scammed.
Former New York Giants linebacker Tay Crowder says he became a victim after connecting with Koulibaly through a friend.
It was just every day talking about different investments and different things we could possibly get into. I saw him hanging out with a bunch of different guys that I knew, which, made me feel comfortable.
Crowder invested all of his savings, totaling $500,000 in one of Koulibaly's web stores.
I would log into the store all the time and just see, how it would work and what was going on. I feel like the more I told him about that, as many times I kept logging in, the numbers started going up.
But his promised payout never came.
I don't want anybody else to get involved in anything like this. And
he said every time he talked to him and every time he logged in, it seemed like the numbers kept going up, but he never gave him no payouts.
Whoever has got involved, I just want to come together and make it right.
And earlier this year, Koulibaly had denied to Barron's that he was behind any kind of scam, saying that their reporting was, quote, based on a misunderstanding of the technology and that his investors hadn't received returns from their deals because he himself hadn't received expected funds from a planned acquisition of his venture.
Yeah, so you basically blaming one thing on the next. Probably somebody didn't want to hear that. We're going to keep looking into that story just to see if they find out more information about this, because it's interesting, you guys. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. Let's keep on going, you guys, because now we got to get on over to Beaver Creek. Boogotti, you serious? Yeah, man. We go everywhere, no matter what it is. Anybody hear about Buc-ee's or know about Buc-ee's? Well, guess what? We over here, we stand strong for the little guy. Hell, I'm the little guy right now, if you think about it. So yeah, we stand strong and firm for the little guy and get all of those stories out as well. Got a situation over at Beaver Creek where a local law firm is backing a Beaver Creek mini mall. Guess why? Because Buc-ee's is trying to sue them for the logo. Check this craziness out, you guys. Mom and pop
suing
shop.
a local mom and pop shop has inspired many local businesses to change their logos to beavers, including a local law firm. I'm Carly Kurger, and I sat down with an attorney to discuss the legal implications of the situation and discuss what inspired his involvement and now viral video.
Whoever made this decision to go after Beaver Creek, a small mini mart, they should be fired.
Word shared by Doug Mann, the managing partner at Dyer Garofalo, Mann & Schultz. There's been an uproar by some businesses, residents, and others since hearing that Buc-ee's has sued the local Beaver Creek convenience store.
It said a lot of other stores are now adapting the Beaver logo just because they sued this little convenience store.
Mini Mart for trademark infringement.
Buc-ee's
is a national chain and they have lots and lots of money, so they could drag it out in federal court for years and just try to bankrupt the small companies that they're going after.
Federal court records show Buc-ee's has a history of going after small businesses with what they consider similar logos. Beaver's Mini Mart is the third store it sued this year.
So that's who they suing right there, because they said they got a logo that looked like this.
Go after the lowest hanging fruit, the people that can't fight back, and then you scare off the rest of them. So that's got to be their tactic.
Mann says lawyers can be expensive, especially in that area of trademark law, which is why the firm is one of many donating to a GoFundMe for the Mini Mart. That fund now reaching over $30,000. And the firm also posting a now viral parody video, joining in on the rebranding with the rest of the community. So I asked Mann if he's worried at all about being sued.
Guess what? I know a lot of good attorneys, and they're right here in my firm. So go ahead. I'll continue fighting for that little guy.
I like
We have been trying to reach out to Buc-ee's for comment about the lawsuit and the reaction from the public since Monday, but so far we have not heard back.
I like
And
that.
coming up on Monday, the city of Beaver Creek will consider a resolution making the beaver a historic symbol of the community. We'll continue.
There you go. So now you can't do nothing about it. Now that's going to represent the whole city, the whole community. Can't do nothing when they all get behind it. Now there's a whole lot of companies that's going to say Beaver this, Beaver that, and now Buc-ee's. I guess you got a lot of lawsuits to put in. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Buc-ee's, you ever been there? Somebody said that the food is fire. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Houston, where two teenagers were suspected pow during an attempted armed car robbery. An armed robbery, and that's for a Loomis truck. I don't know who told them to do this, if they probably saw the movie Heat or whatever like that. Or maybe they said, you know what? I've seen a lot of people use this for other stuff before. Maybe I should try this to make money with. And guess what these El Fulios did? They decided to try to hit a Loomis truck using bear spray. And I be dizam if that Loomis security guard ain't put something in them hot. H-O-T, let's go.
One big story that we are following for you out of Houston in Texas. There was an armored car robbery earlier today, and the suspects, 15 and 16 years old. We are getting the latest info from police right now. Let's listen in as they describe what
They thought that bear spray was going to be able to subdue him, huh?
happened.
Update to the robbery at 5500 Bel Air. Our officers got on the scene along with Bel Air PD. We had a real good cooperative effort. Officers were able to get a description of the vehicle that was involved in the robbery. It was a white Mercedes. They were able to track the vehicle up to the north side.
Somebody said super dummies.
Located the vehicle at a car wash. There were several people trying to clean up blood inside the car, and they were all taken into custody. While that was going on, we got a call from a minor emergency clinic here in the Galleria area. A white Mercedes had pulled up there, dropped 2 juvenile males off with gunshot wounds. Those males have been transported to Texas Children's Hospital.
So they tried to pow. They tried to get the money, didn't work. Then got pow. Tried to drop the kids off at the doctor. That ain't work. Then they got caught at the car wash. All got locked up. That didn't work.
And they are in surgery right now. We also have officers down there checking on them. So what happened here after looking at the video, The armored car driver was going into the place, came back out. The suspects approached him, sprayed him with bear spray to try to rob him of the cash from the cash checking store behind me. That's when the armored guard fired several shots. At least 2 suspects were struck. So right now our robbery investigators are on scene. They're doing a follow-up. We'll be getting with the district attorney to see what kind of charges we're going to get today.
They lucky they're getting charges.
You said that the car, after dropping off the 2 suspects at the clinic, was then at a car wash?
Yeah, so there's a car wash on the north side. Officers located it up there, and there were several people trying to clean the blood out of the car, basically tampering with evidence.
So how many people total besides the 2?
Well, right now we've got those 2 and at least 1 to 2 up there. We're still trying to figure out who exactly is involved up there on the north side. Don't know at this point.
Oh boy, there we go. It's younger and younger and stupider and stupider. I don't know what made them think to do some nonsense like that, you guys. Bear spray against something that can really spray. Let's keep on seeing if we can get 300 likes on this Freaky Friday, you guys. Let's try to get these 300 likes up. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Should we pray for them stupid little kids? What do you think? And hopefully they get out of this nonsense. Let's go ahead and put some prayers in the air, whoever feels like that we should. They was 15 and some of them were younger. Hopefully they can turn their lives around, especially after doing some nonsense like this. Let's hope that they take this tragedy as an educational situation and not get further into criminal activities. Father God, we ask you today, we pray collectively. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got to get on over to And If I Can Make It There, I'll Make It Bum Bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. Every time I see the Bronx, I got to do that. Why? Because the Bronx Bombers are up there, and I got to do it. So yeah, we got a 50-year-old man who was pow-powed, and the police, yes, they got him. They got him. Arrested the person that did it. Watch your head. Let's get on into this situation right here. Sad situation with a 50-year-old man.
Just 24 hours after this was an active crime scene, flickering candles now mark the spot where a life was lost. Police say 50-year-old Trojan Hart was the man who was murdered on Sagamore Street yesterday. The community shocked by this news.
He was a decent guy. I saw him. The last time I saw him was at 4 o'clock on his motorcycle under the rain. And we talked. And I don't understand how this happened.
Police have arrested 47-year-old Jose Culin.
But Kathy Joku Hoku and Commissioner Tish and all of them, they say it's not a lot of stuff going on. Crime is down. What y'all talking about?
Is facing a slew of charges, including murder, manslaughter, 2 counts of criminal possession of a weapon, and more. Neighbors say this is normally a safe neighborhood, adding to the disbelief.
This is not a bad neighborhood. I don't understand how this happened.
Tangle, a family friend of Hart's, says he woke up to the sound of his mother screaming the moment she found out what had happened.
It was just so random, like we didn't even know what happened. We just woke up and we found out.
These candles, along with this picture of Trojan Hart, stand as a
Trojan. Actually, his name is Trojan, like Trojan man. Last name is Hart, Trojan Hart.
Tribute to a life cut short. In Van Nest, Isabella Giardina, News 12, the Bronx.
Yeah, wait a minute. You know we got to do it. That's right, 50 years old. How many people here 50, 40, 30? Yeah, it makes you think, right? That's why we got to stay out of nonsense and you guys and just let it go. Especially these little stupid arguments now, because the person that you're talking to might be willing to risk it all. I want to pray for Sir Trojan Hart, 50-year-old gentleman out of the Bronx. It's getting much harder to survive out in this world, in this city. And we ask that, Father God, you open your arms and open your hands up to him. We ask that everybody up there in that situation is taken care of. Ask for coverage for his family, as well as anyone who is suffering throughout this tragic time. Father God, we ask you that today in your name. Amen. Yeah, sad situation right there. Man, it's 50 years old. No more. That's it. Just over. Why? Probably a stupid argument. No matter what it is it worth it? What you guys are looking at here, I had to put that right there. Especially after that sad story. Had to bring you guys some good news when it comes down to this. Not really something tragic or anything like, but yes, they're calling it an kidnapping of an 11-day-old infant in Arizona. And the police officer that you see is holding that baby was able to actually get the baby back, 11 days old. And sadly, the father and his mother, abuela, grandma, yeah, they might be in some big trouble, you guys. So yeah, 11-day-old baby. Let's see what's going on with this right here.
This photo of Deputy Ryan Larson captured the hearts of many. His day near Williams, Arizona, as a Navajo County Sheriff's deputy began with a call from Surprise, Arizona, to be on the lookout for a white Suburban.
And I found myself up on I-40, sitting, waiting for a white Suburban to come by. And fortunately it did, and I was able to catch up to this vehicle and conduct a traffic stop.
All he knew, an 11-day-old baby needed to be returned to his mom. He walked up to the Suburban.
And there inside the back seat was the little baby. And that was a big relief because we found the right vehicle. We were able to safely get that baby back.
As deputies questioned the dad and grandparents in the car, Deputy Larson picked up the crying infant.
It felt like I was holding just a little baby doll. He is just tiny. Makes my 3-month-old just seem like he's just a giant kid.
Alyssa said, I'm selling
just
mine.
Absolutely precious, just innocent, 11 days old. I mean, still smelled like a new baby, looked like a new baby, and that's exactly what he was.
And then he found the bottle in a diaper bag.
It's like, well, dad instincts kick in. Time to get the baby a bottle and see what we can do, get that going.
Surprise PD says the father took the baby from mom without permission and does not have custodial rights. Larson says he's hopeful someday in the future he'll have a chance to hold that baby again.
One day I hope I get that chance.
And we asked Surprise PD if they are going to file any criminal charges. They told us that they're undergoing a comprehensive review of the case and they'll provide updates when they can. Steve Nielsen, Fox 10 News.
Let's keep on going, you guys. You know how we do around these parts. I wonder, you're going to be like, what's that behind you, Boogotti? Yes, you guys, I'm going to show you what that is. That's right, Jesus Christ does love you. And I do think that Surprise is a nice area, too. Many different places in Arizona, really nice places. I've been to Sedona, been to a lot of places. Not too bad in Arizona, to be honest with you. It's just so hot. Vincenta, have a fantastic day, and guess what? Love to you. See you later on, and guess what? I'll see you in the comments also in the DMs in the Discord. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because you know what that is behind me right there? Wait a minute. Got to thank God for making sure that that baby was safe, right? And we got to also say thank you for the miracle of making sure that that life was brought into the world as well. And the mother's going to probably be very happy to find her baby. Whatever's going on with their personal world, I'm going to tell you guys, it has nothing to do with the kids. 11 days old, you definitely need to be with your mom, unless there's a situation with D-rugs or something hurting the baby. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because this what you're looking at back there, you ain't going to never believe me. If I could tell you in a million years what that is, you're not going to believe me. But it's lucky a lot of you guys can zoom in and see it. I had to make sure that we went somewhere that was clean and we don't get in trouble for utilizing it. But that is new images of the sun on its surface and the finest details that they have ever been able to find. Looks like a screensaver or something like that. That is actually close-up images of the sun. Can you believe this right here? I'm talking about, whoa.
What does the new sharpest image of our sun show? Instability. To be clear, a certain kind of interactive process called the Kelvin-Helmholtz instability, KHI. This instability can create waves and swirls when two streams flow past each other. In this case, variable streams of solar magnetic plasma. Long hypothesized to occur on the sun's surface, KHI streaks and swirls were confirmed in just released dramatic high-resolution images
So if you guys want to see these images, you have to go over to the AP. They got a lot of restrictions on this video, so I didn't want to mess around with it. But AP actually owns the video, and I don't play with AP like that. But I was actually able to find an actual still of it. It's moving around. This is actually the sun.
Taken recently by the Inui Solar Telescope in Hawaii, USA.
This was taken by a telescope video.
What does the new sharpest
in Hawaii? And what I didn't want to do is get jammed up with this other one that I had. Like I said, from the AP, it's already got letters from them before. I ain't messing around with the AP myself. I'm telling you. You guys want to really see it and think I'm playing around? Go to the AP. New images of the sun shows its surface in the finest details yet. This is 13 hours ago. I'm talking about the motion of it and everything. But like I said, I ain't messing around with the AP like that. No, try to hit me for some bread before, and we ain't getting down like that no more. We a totally different type of channel right now. We're gonna just rock and do what we gotta do and be constantly creative, and the talent will blossom. And now we create a network and not just worry about one thing. So we may not get a lot of views on our bottom line anymore, but we'll get it in the videos and other places because I'm still the talent, right? Still gotta do what I gotta do. Gotta bring that music back too, because I've been itching for a little while to get some music going on too. So that's what we're gonna be getting into. A whole lot of other stuff too, and some good interviews. And keeping that level up. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because this idiot is a fool. Okay, I just heard what he believes, and oh boy, is he okay with giving up your money? Here we go. Do you mean to tell me I got it? Oh, no, I don't. Oh, man, I thought I had it. I thought I had it. But this idiot is a fool, the one that did this situation right here. We got a pastor that's no longer around. And I want to just tell you guys, it's a sad situation when it comes to, again, when you lose your family member or your father or somebody like that, especially when it's something that can have been preventable. So this is why I'm kind of mixing two things together, because there was something that was said when it came down to getting illegals driver's licenses and certain things like that. A lot of us don't believe in that because we've seen when they have like trucking licenses and things like that, they don't really do too good with them. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, if you obtain it legally, that's different. But also, I'm talking about illegals that's not supposed to be here. Check out this little bit of information right here. You might want to be interested in. And the person who asked me who El Said is, this is who he is.
Facing backlash following his primary win for Michigan Senate after a video resurfaced of the candidate sharing his true feelings on driver's licenses for illegal immigrants. Listen.
We've also got to make sure that in this state, we are not discriminating by documentation status. Right now, if you're undocumented, you don't get access to a driver's license. So you're stuck. You don't get access to a lot of the basic things the state offers everybody else. And I think that's ridiculous. If we're honest and serious about empowering our immigrant communities, then we've got to put some money behind making sure that folks have the access to be able to train in their profession of choice.
So you want us to get them licenses, let them be on the road, even though they're illegal, and you want them to use United States people's money to train them to be in the job force and the workforce and stuff like that? We're talking about illegals here, homeboy. What are you talking about? What's going on with this? Do you guys hear this nonsense? How many people listening to what I heard just now? Do you hear what he's talking about? It ain't even about them going to driving school first. They're illegals. He's talking about giving people that cross the border United States taxpayers money. Let's rewind real quick so you guys can get an idea what he's talking about again, so I can really break it down. This is what I'm talking about. And this man just came into power. This is his rhetoric and this type of stuff that he talks about. Like, this is bananas, right? I can't believe it.
We've also got to make sure that in this state, we are not discriminating by documentation status. Right now, if you're undocumented, you don't get access to a driver's license. So you're stuck.
You're not supposed to. You're undocumented, and you're not supposed to even be here. You're supposed to be stuck. You're supposed to be over the border.
You don't get access to a lot of the basic things the state offers everybody else.
You're not supposed to. The state should not give it to you. The same way when I try to go over to Paris and all these other places and say, I'm going to just sit up over here. I got no job or no money. You think they want to put me on their welfare list?
And I think that's ridiculous. If we're honest and serious about empowering our immigrant communities, then we've got to put some money behind making sure that folks have the access to be able to train in their profession of choice.
And he just won. He just won. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. He just won.
Detroit pastor Stephen Singleton was killed in November of 2024 when an illegal migrant from Colombia allegedly struck him with a car while Singleton was out for a run. Pastor Singleton's wife, Terry, and daughter Ruth join me now. Ruth, I'll begin with you. What goes through your mind when you hear those words from someone who could be your next senator?
Now, I know you lost your father, but you dead wrong for farting on TV.
That's scary to me because I feel that it is, if someone is doing something illegally, that's giving them a right to do something that is only should be a person who's doing something legal, like having a legal citizen to do. So for him to hear that, him say that he wants someone who is doing something illegal to have a right to do something only legal citizens should do is scary to me.
I think you nailed it. This is a question of right and wrong. And Terry, I'm going to bring you in here. Your husband seemed to do everything right during his life. During this moment when he was struck, he was actually wearing a reflective vest, which is something you're supposed to do, but he was also training for a marathon. Keep his health up.
Yeah.
He was a devoted individual to helping others. And Terry, he devoted himself to you as you were married for 53 years. So how infuriating is it that far left politicians,
I had to rewind it twice to make sure I wasn't lying,
like El Sayed, want to bend over backward for not your husband who did the right thing, but for the people who do the wrong thing?
I feel personally that everybody should be vetted as an individual. The young man that was 28 years old that hit my husband was released by the police, even though he had a fraudulent license plate on his car. And he was let go before my husband was even put on life support.
Are you guys hearing this? Are you guys hearing this? Are you guys hearing this?
So it's not to me about specific people, so to speak, but it is about what that person is. And he was a criminal. He wasn't just a person. He was actually a criminal who was picked up 2 months after the situation and let go before my husband even had an opportunity to breathe his last breath. And not charged. They refused to charge him. And I feel like the system needs to be redone because the system let down me, my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, all of our family members who loved my husband, the community he was devoted to. They let us down when they picked him up and let him go back to his country without charging him. It took them 10 months to finally charge him without asking any of the people who were witnesses to the situation, viewing the tapes or the videos that were at the gas station and or on the cameras that were on the curbs and the corners. And he was driving down a residential street. My husband was hit so hard that he was cracked up from his brain stem down to his toes.
Oh, gosh.
He had to have 2 craniotomies, and my life has been forever changed by that. I am essentially couch surfing now because my husband, who I've been with since I was 15, was the breadwinner and who took care of me, and I have disability issues. So I have a very strong opinion about just giving anybody a license or just saying that anybody's entitled to one. There's so many things that we as Americans are suffering because there's people who are not right, who are criminal, who come here and do these kind of things. So I'm not against anybody. I don't have biases against people who come here from other countries. I have problems with people who are here illegally, meaning that they have not followed the protocol they should. I know there's different, places and different things that they have to do. Some people license or whatever that are from other countries, but then there's those like him who slip in here and the feds are looking for you and you're let go to be deported and go back to your country and not be responsible. Finally, after...
That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of them just get deported without even getting any jail time for it. A lot of them need to sit in our prison for about 25, 30 years and then take their behind home, old and crinkled. Want to pray for her. I'd like to pray for her daughter, her entire family, for the entire community that lost their pastor, who was her husband, the breadwinner of her life and her love. Sad situation in this tragic story right here, you guys, because now who's the victim? More than one time. First, he lost his life. Now his wife is suffering as well. So imagine how many other people lose situations and lose all sorts of things when one person is taken out of their life. That's why we have to be more stern on situations and laws out here with everybody. Amen. Talking about giving him a license. They should have a chance to be able to train. You talking about, let me go over to another country. They're going to catch me at the border and be like, where you going? I'm going to such and such. Anybody over there waiting for you with a job? No. I'm just going to go over there and chill and hang out and see if I can get on welfare. Nah, you can't do that. Name a country I can do that at besides the United States of America. Name a country. Name them. They're going to just take care of me, all of that other stuff, give me free room and board. No, they're not doing that. I watch border wars many times. I see them like this with the paper. So who's called you into the country? Oh yeah, how much money do you have in your bank account? They get that deep with it. They get that deep with it. And where you going to stay for how long? How come we don't do that? Yeah, let's keep on going, you guys, and be careful if you're broke, because let me tell you the sad part about being broke. Sometimes when you're broke, you're desperate and you try to do a hustle to try to make some money, right? And people thrive off of that. So they use those situations against you. You got to realize there's some real strategically foolish criminals out here nowadays, and their only bottom line is making money. The reason I'm telling you guys that is because a lot of people might want a job. They might want to work from home. And when you go surfing on all of these apps, you might see something that says, hey, you make $30 or $20 per package doing this job. It depending on the amount of packages you handle, you could make up to $2,200 and $500, $2,250 every single month with a $500 bonus. Don't sound too bad to many people, huh? Guess what? Be careful of those shopping and shipping scams, because there's a lot of them that's going on around right now, and I need you guys to be wary of them. So if you need a job, the best thing to do is get out there in the mix and look for it. Try to see if you can speak to somebody realistic about it. Get some follow-up on other people that actually work there before you get all into it. You don't want to wind up like these people here who thought that they had a job, but they didn't.
They think they're landing a work-from-home job instead. Victims are not getting paid, and the BBB says they may be unknowingly helping criminals. Well, H+OUR Brevard County reporter Megan Moriarty has the warning about a reshipping scam and how it's hitting job seekers and real businesses.
Deliver on Time promises reliable package forwarding, and Justine Silvers was one of the employees helping fulfill that promise.
I got sent packages to my house every day. They have a website where you log in and it sends you the labels to print out and everything.
Silvers was offered a work-from-home job. The company is registered on Sunbiz and has a real website.
When we got the packages, we were to check and take pictures of what was inside the boxes, and then upload it, and then print the label out and reseal it.
She was promised $2,600 a month plus bonuses.
The day that I was supposed to get my check, all of a sudden the interface, I can't get in. I'm locked out. Then the phone number, there's no way you can get through.
Not only are they out that time and money, but they're probably involved in some kind of criminal activity here, because these reshipping scams typically involve the handling of stolen goods.
Jerry Mendez.
That's right, you guys. You see it. Liberty and Justice, the hottest interactive live news show in New York City, is here. Join for daily news, entertainment, and best community vibes. Health trends, health and wellness. That's right. Topics and top headlines. You're all welcome. And again, let's get those likes up. I know it's going to be pretty hard, but if we can reach that 300 mark, we got that free merch coming out. Watch out for scams like this, guys. Watch out.
Brandenburg, Director of Investigations with the Better Business Bureau, says in total there's been 9 victims, 2 from Florida.
Hello, this is Brevard Time. I just want to tell you that your profile has been verified.
Another job seeker from Tampa says she fell victim.
They contact you, the same info, and like that's what you get to get paid. Basically, for me, it was, I think the base pay was like $2,600 a month, $20 per shipment sent out.
When they didn't get paid, they looked up the physical address of the company and it took them to a business here in Palm Bay. We spoke with the owner who says he has nothing to do with that.
That company is owned by us, but there is no activity. It is meant for a business that we never started.
And you're not...
It's meant for a business that they never started. Well, how about how people know about it, buddy?
over here shipping packages to people to reship?
There's nothing. Zero.
The BBB says scammers were using on Kershaw's address and his business name to pose as a real company.
I don't want to be associated with them in any way. And it's, I'll caution everyone, if they get any calls like that, be careful.
Now I have no job, and now all my stuff is jeopardized. So yeah, I would just tell people to be extremely careful.
Megan Moriarty, West 2 News.
I think he's lying. Y'all can call me what y'all want, but it was too much stuff. They need to investigate him. It's a business that he has, but he never started it. How people know about that business, bro? How they know about it? I got a couple of other businesses. Does anybody know about wanted, dead, or alive spirits? No, not unless I tell them about it. What's wanted, dead, or alive spirits, Boogotti? That's another alcohol brand that we was about to make, but it's still an LLC that's sitting there dormant. None of you guys know about it. Okay, hit me with the crap if you want to. That's why they lucky I ain't no lawyer. I'd have asked them all types of questions. You'd have been like this. Abadooba bababiba. I'd have been like, nah, buddy, come on, bring the words together. He'd have still been like, abadooba bababiba. That's when you don't know what the hell you're talking about. They didn't ask him the right questions. It needs some investigation going on over there. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we're trying to make it to 74,000 subscribers. And we don't care. We're going to do it from 1. If we got to do it all over again, we'll be here till December. We're going to keep on rocking. Just to let you guys know, in September, 600th episode. That's right. September the 9th, our bottom line will be 600 episodes in. I'm sorry, 599 since I took the one from yesterday down. So we're going to go to September 10th now. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. But yeah, 600 episodes by September 10th. You might see me in a tuxedo. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Because police revealed new details. Wait a minute. Oh, no. We got to do this one. Are we going to do this one? Let's do this one first. I want to sing the song. There we go. There she is, Miss America, Miss America. Guess what, you guys? Social networks strikes again, person down. That's right, you guys. Social network goes down. I'm up while the person is knocked down. What I'm trying to tell you is there's no wins against the internet. Say something wrong, do something wrong, put the wrong post up, get caught on OF, OnlyFans, or maybe something like that provocative, and you work for a certain company and it's inside of the guidelines, that means you might have to give up your position or your crown. So let's see what's going on over here, because we got a situation in North Carolina where Miss North Carolina USA's reign has ended. That's right, over recently surfaced information. How Biggie Small said it, your reign on the top was small like leprechauns,
We're following breaking news here at WRAL Live Center. The Miss USA organization announced Miss USA North Carolina's reign has ended after it says she violated the organization's standards. I want you to take a look here at this statement. This comes just over a month after Brittany Boltonhouse of Duplin County was crowned Miss North Carolina USA. This is a statement from the chairman of Miss USA, and it says, in part, quote, today Brittany Boltonhouse's reign as Miss North Carolina USA 2026 came to an end. The decision was made together with her state directors, and in consultation with the Miss USA organization. It then goes on to say the Miss USA organization does not tolerate racism, homophobia, transphobia, nor language that strips any person of their dignity, whoever they are. That is not a policy written for a press release. It is the floor of what it means to represent the brand. So
see you in the morning, Chosen. I see you in the morning, Jack. See y'all in the morning, because they're going to wake up with us. We got a different squad that comes in at different times. 6 o'clock squad, 7 o'clock squad, the last wrap-ups. Nice to see you guys, and I'm glad that you did it with Our Bottom Line. Let's keep on moving forward with the show, because like I said, Miss America, every other situation is like jobs. Have you ever been approached by somebody on your job about something that you posted? Has your boss ever stepped to you and said something about anything that you ever posted? Do you want to share with us if you ever got fired from something that you posted on the internet? Let us know. We nosy like that. Put it up in the Discord. We'll be interested. Make a video about it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Because, yeah, sad to say, Miss North Carolina's reign is over. And, yeah, the runner-up has now taken her place. That's right, you guys. Let's go. Let's get on to On the Road over here, because we got a great story coming in from you guys. And I'm hoping that you guys love it, because I want you guys to hear everything that's about to be said. You might be in a bad situation or a bad time, but right now, I thought about every person here, and I thought that maybe they would like some enlightenment. So let's go for it. Because if a 4-year-old can figure it out, I'm sure that we can too. We got a 4-year-old. He heals his inner loneliness by bringing his neighborhood together. Something as simple as that. How about if you're driving in your car and you see a little kid wave to you? Come on now, you got no choice but to wave back, right? I remember when I was down south in South Carolina, when I was about 10 years old, all of those pulpwood trucks used to drive by, and I used to do this, and they used to burr, burr. I thought it was a big deal to get the trucker to hit that horn. That was a big deal to us as a kid. Check this story out, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let's see if we can get some more likes for Roman's story. Can we get some more likes for Roman's story? Let's get over 200, y'all. Come on. As long as you out there making sure that you're safe and they watching you and nobody mess with him, I think that it's okay. No, that's what I'm going to say right now, you guys. I think it's okay. As long as you heard it. You heard me, guys. As long as they're doing it the right way and they're making sure that Roman is safe. I like to put a prayer up in the air for Roman and every one of the people that came to his assistance and his aid when he needed people. And he just created a whole good community of people for himself. Now that is a child that deserves a village, right? Let's give it up for Roman. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go, because we got a little bit of support that pours in for one of these Memphis news anchors, a mom who fell asleep on live TV. And if you guys ever see me pool at about, let's say about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you'll catch me like this too. So hey, it happens to the best of us, because we work hard and we try to bring you guys all of the information. And when you're a news anchor, our hours are different. You guys, I got to be up early to make sure that what I'm bringing you guys is brand new. So while you're sleeping, I'm up like this. So what happened on that story? Any updates on that one? So I could understand why this woman feels this way. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's good. Keep on coming in. Check this story out right here. We got a situation where support pours in for a Memphis news anchor, a mom who fell asleep on live TV. You see me trying to make up excuses for her first, right? Come on.
Look at that sweet baby. We're back now.
Now, you see I'm trying to make excuses for her.
That is one that a lot of early morning TV hosts can.
Oh, yes. All right, so take a look at this. Morning news anchor in Memphis briefly dozes off during a live broadcast. A viewer capturing that video and then, of course, posting it online as well.
Well,
now tell me she ain't see Friday, y'all. Remember the girl that was sleeping Friday when she didn't want to mess her hair up and she would sleep like this? She's consciously thinking about her makeup, so she don't want to mess her makeup up. Do you see this? How many people have ever been guilty of doing something like this? Ladies, y'all know better. Come on now, stop it. If you think you're going to make a profit, what have you done? How did it go down? Let us know here or in the Discord if you ever done something like this to try to stay up. Come on, we know.
Dominique Dillon is very much awake for us here in Studio 1A. We're going to talk to her in just a moment, but first, here's her story.
Investigation
As someone who delivers the news every day,
in our continuing coverage,
Dominique Dillon never expected to have her own headline-making moment. But that's just what happened when the Good Morning Memphis anchor and reporter was caught on camera dozing off during a report. Video of the moment quickly going viral.
Sleeping Beauty over here.
Her co-anchor having some fun.
Kind of makes you want to take a nap.
I wasn't napping. There's something in my eye, obviously.
People online quickly jumping to Dominique's defense, posting, "Excellence can be exhausting." A local news meteorologist adding, "I've been there and I get it." Other viewers noting Dominique is a mom of 2 young girls who only returned from maternity leave in April, writing, "She has a little one at the house, so her nights are different right now." Another commenting, "All mamas can relate." The California native got her start in news in 2017, working in Texas and Louisiana before moving to Memphis 2 years later. Now, she's taking her sleepy moment in stride, sharing this photo with her co-anchor and smiling on the anchor desk the next morning with this quote, "Every morning you have 2 choices. Continue to sleep with your dreams or wake up and chase them."
Well,
she's here and she's chasing those dreams. She's wide awake. You had a good night's sleep. We're so happy to have you. I think this story just really hit home with so many parents, so many people. You've seen all the support, but we need the backstory, Dominique. We need to understand what happened, because you're used to waking up at 1:30. So what happened?
Okay, so the night before, my husband, he worked a double at BNSF Railway. I have a 2-year-old. I have an 8-month-old.
Yeah. Fellas is like,
And I was trying to get them down to sleep at 8 o'clock, but my 8-month-old, she wasn't having it.
She's fighting, she's teething?
Yeah, she was teething. She was teething, and I just couldn't console her. I gave her some teething medicine, and nothing was working.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's 10:30, 11 o'clock before I can actually get her down to sleep. And then all I have is a couple of hours of rest before I have to be up in the morning and be at work.
Well, at what point in that video did you realize, I'm asleep on live TV?
When my meteorologist, Bridget DeBose, whispered my name from across the room. Yeah.
I mean, but where's the control room in this moment?
They're there, but they didn't think I was sleeping. They thought I was simply looking down at my tablet. Yeah.
good one. And Mike got a good one too. Mike said anytime he'd fall asleep like that, he'd wake up real quick and be like, "Amen." That's a good one, Mike. Mike said, "Amen." Well, guess where you guys made it to if you made it this far? This is one of my favorite segments, one of my favorite places to be. It's the health and wellness section. We always try to get some sort of a visual aid to let you guys see what's going on. And you guys said it a few times yesterday, and a couple of things were missed. So we're going to break it down in a couple of different ways for the rest of the week. That's right. We talked about a couple of things that were missed. Ginger was one thing that was missed. That's good for the stomach, as well as the circulatory system, as well as the body. It's good for inflammation. We also talked about turmeric. Turmeric was another thing that we brought up too. Also, we talked about the olive oil. Let's set it off on the left right now and go ahead and get this one going with the ginger. That's right, you guys, the truth about ginger. What ginger actually does when it enters your body. And fellas, you're gonna wanna stick around after this and do me a favor, stay on point, because this has to do with the pause. That's right, you guys, we're gonna get to the pause button. I'm gonna say it twice first. Anybody ever experienced a time when you're in the heat of the moment and you and your girlfriend are ready to get it on with the song in the background, but your boy downstairs is womp, 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 less performing? Or you don't seem to get that introduction in the morning anymore like you used to? That's right, you guys, we're gonna get into it. So fellas, no disrespect, but if anybody wants to stick around and see what's going on with that ED and what we can do to prevent it, that's right, I'm talking about the banana. The bananas in the tail, not the banana in the tailpipe though. I'm talking about those bananas down there, and I'm saying pause one more time. Because you guys, we talked about all parts of the body. We're talking about the health and wellness section, right? So we gotta get to those parts as well. And women, we already went there last week. So fellas, let's see if we can help you out in a natural way where you don't have to use Viagra. You know what I'm talking about, right? But first, let's see what's going on with this ginger and what ginger actually does when it enters your body. Yeah, fellas, we got some help for you. Little problems? And like I said, pause. This is the health and wellness section. Let's go, you guys. One of my favorite sections up here on Our Bottom Line. This is the truth about ginger. Medical CGI. Ginger. Let's see how we can use ginger to our benefit. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. Open up that screen and let's start from 1 so we can get us all fresh in here. Let's go. The truth about ginger.
What ginger actually does inside your body. It isn't just a spice for flavor. Here's exactly what happens from the moment it reaches your stomach. Ginger's effects come mainly from gingerol, found in fresh ginger, along with related compounds called shogales that form when ginger is dried or cooked. These compounds give ginger its sharp, warming taste.
Thank you, MLP.
And they're also the reason ginger has one of the strongest evidence bases of any common spice. Ginger's best proven benefit is reducing nausea. Clinical studies show it can help with motion sickness, pregnancy-related nausea, and some chemotherapy nausea by acting on both the gut and the brain's nausea pathways. In your stomach, ginger appears to speed up gastric emptying, meaning food moves into your intestine a little faster.
That's right. It gets those gases moving in there. You find yourself having a little bit of gas. It gets that flow going a little bit, but in a natural way. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep on going. What does ginger actually keep doing? What does it do?
That's one reason it can help reduce feelings of fullness and bloating. Gingerol has genuine anti-inflammatory properties. It influences some of the same inflammatory pathways targeted by certain anti-inflammatory medicines, although its effect is much milder. Several studies have found ginger can meaningfully reduce muscle soreness after intense exercise, likely through its mild anti-inflammatory effects, though it doesn't prevent soreness completely. Research also links regular ginger intake to modest reductions in fasting blood sugar and small improvements in long-term blood sugar control, though the effects seen in most studies are modest.
I like to take a slice of ginger about that big every day inside of my tea. Also, I'm making sure that I'm with the garlic every day too, the garlic water. You guys see I run through this every episode, at least 1 or 2 of them. Just keep on moving forward. It's these little things that you can adapt that helps your body out over time.
Ginger also has antioxidant activity, helping neutralize excess free radicals, the unstable molecules that can damage cells and contribute to inflammation and aging over time.
King.
Some studies suggest ginger may modestly help lower LDL cholesterol and support healthier blood lipid levels. Although the evidence is less consistent than it is for nausea, ginger also has mild natural blood thinning properties. Some of its compounds can slightly reduce platelet aggregation.
We talked about those platelets when they build up on the walls and things like that. So having thin blood and nice flowing blood really helps when it comes down to not having plaque, any buildup when it comes down to what, you guys? Artery walls. Let's keep going.
Similar in direction to aspirin, but far weaker in effect. This matters for one specific group. If you're taking prescribed blood thinning medication, speak with your doctor before using ginger regularly, because the effects may add together. Ginger isn't a cure for any condition. Its benefits are generally modest and supportive, and most studies use moderate amounts, roughly 1 to a few grams of fresh ginger a day, not large medicinal doses. Follow body protocols.
Definitely a real one. No question about that, MOP.
Ginger genuinely earns its reputation, especially for nausea and mild inflammation. It works quietly and consistently, not as an overnight fix. Comment below and I'll send you the full guide.
So again, the same thing I show you guys what I'm doing with the garlic, I'm not showing you what I do with the ginger. Because in my refrigerator, that's the only thing that's in there. You guys would be like, what is this, the secret garden? Lemons, limes, we've got oranges, we've got green, leafy greens in there. I've always got to have my fresh ginger. I love to go get fresh ginger. Don't get the big ginger because it's not the good ones. Get the small ginger. That's the real ginger. We don't want that old bulked up fake stuff. You got to get the real ginger from the Chinaman. Also, what else is in there? Beets. I'm starting to eat beets now because of you guys. My diet has totally changed ever since we start doing the health and wellness section. And what was that, you guys? We just told you that was as far as what does ginger do, the truth about ginger and what ginger actually does when it enters your body. It's been used for thousands of years, you guys, so if you don't believe me, try it in your tea. Make sure that you guys go and get some real ginger and just take a little slice. Whatever kind of tea you're having, add to it. You want to add a slice of lemon or a lime on, that's another thing too. but just don't overdo it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because I promised you something. And fellas, you might need this information, but if you don't, you might want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself so that you don't need this information. Ladies, don't think that you might not want to use this information too for your boyfriend or to figure out what's going on down there as well. He's probably telling you the truth when he says, I don't know what it is, boo. Check this out, you guys. This probably sounds funny, but millions of people deal with it. We're talking about the real cause of erectile dysfunction and the #1 exercise to fix it. I'm not making any jokes up. I have no problem with that, but just in case you do, let's figure it out. And also, you guys, did you know that it's not just about blood building up in one place? It's about blood flow. It's about, matter of fact, let him tell it. Let's go into it, you guys. Let's go.
Erectile dysfunction is not low testosterone, and I can prove it in just a second. But first I need to explain something very, very important. If you have early erectile dysfunction, let's say you're in your 40s or even younger, that could be a warning sign that your heart is in trouble. And I wanted to bring that up now because...
And this is why I'm talking about this. It could be signs that your heart is in trouble. So we're going to go into information from who? One of our favorite doctors who we always get approval from. That's right, you guys. The real cause of erectile dysfunction and the one exercise to fix it. You guys ain't going to believe the exercise to fix it. And guess what? 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, it's over. Video is only 6 minutes. How much information you're about to learn in these 6 minutes? It's going to trump, no pun intended, anything that you probably learned here. And ladies, it's going to be some very interesting information for you to understand as well. Trust me when I tell you. There we go. Dr. Eric Berg. Dr. Eric Berg always gives us the best information. If you want to subscribe, I think that you should. And the video is the cause of erectile dysfunction and the one exercise to fix it. Let's go.
One of the early signs of heart problems is erectile dysfunction. I will give you the exact test that you should do to get that ruled out by your doctor. Then I'm going to show you the real cause of erectile dysfunction and give you the absolute #1 best exercise you can do to fix it that you're not going to find in your typical research. Here's the deal. Your blood vessels that supply an erection are between 1 and 2 millimeters. The blood vessels that supply the heart are between 3 to 4 millimeters. The narrower pipe is where the problem is going to show up first. So that's why erectile dysfunction shows up usually 3 to 4 to 5 years before the heart problems show up. And
so fellas, I love you, man. Like, bro, I know I was joking about it, but I actually love you guys. And y'all, like a lot of y'all, I be thinking about, oh, if you stop, oh, this person, that person, this person. If I could find something that's going to prevent us from getting sick or losing lives, brothers, Brad Pitbull, you know what I'm saying, Sam Champion, all of our fellas out there, if I can tell you something in 6 minutes to put you on before something happens, I'm going to do that. And if it's not bothering you, you know somebody that is, let's know about that as well. There's people out there dealing with this situation. And guess what? It's actually like a preemptive. It lets you know that down the line, this could be your heart. That's what I'm trying to say right now. Nobody specific at all. I'm not talking about nobody specific. I'm just telling you guys in your names that I'm speaking to you like, yo, this could be anybody, you know?
And this shows up in younger men in their 40s and less in older men in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, which is interesting. So if there's any slight indication that there could be a heart problem, the tests that I would recommend, and I will put those in the description, are a CAC test, a coronary artery calcium test that looks into the coronary artery and looks at the calcium in there, but also, and this is a non-invasive test, an ultrasound of the carotid arteries, and then also a fasting insulin test, a really important measurement of what's going on systemically in your body.
If you understand what he's telling you, he's already said this to us in the last 7 or 8 videos. The last thing that he said was the first time he said that was the fasting insulin. That's when you're on a fast. That's when you fast and you take the blood test and you get that fasting test of how your real body is after you've been on a fast. Like a doctor tell you, don't eat nothing for 2 days, just water. and then they bring you in and they take your blood, that's like a fasting test to see how you are when you have none of the foods and nothing else in your body, to see what your body's producing by itself. Fasting.
You want that number under 5. Also, there's another simple way to kind of rule out if there's a problem with the plumbing. Do you get erections in the middle of the night or in the early morning? If you do have early morning erections or nocturnal erections, chances are it might not be a vascular problem, but not because the testosterone is low. Testosterone drives libido, sex drive. It doesn't drive the mechanical erection itself. I mean, just think about the most famous erectile dysfunction drug on the market.
Explain.
Viagra. Does Viagra boost your testosterone? No. What does it do? It increases something else.
So it's not saying it's going to give you testosterone, but it actually makes you get erect, right? That's what he's trying to say.
Which I'm going to get into. And also, if you look up erectile dysfunction, it'll relate it to something called venous leak. That's not what's going on. You don't have holes in your vein system that are causing a problem with erectile dysfunction. Here's a sponge, okay? And if we took this sponge in my hand and we squeezed it tightly, and I slowly relax my grip and let the sponge grow to its natural capacity, that...
Now, fellas, that's the Costanza effect he's talking about right there. I was in the pool! You know what I'm talking about? When you just chilling and, it's just like, you know what I'm saying, fellas? And they're going, this is the difference. We got them, but we don't even know what's going on down there. Blood does that and stays in there, and that's why we get that. But of course, when we're not, the Costanza, I was in the pool. That's what he's explaining. Let's do it.
That would be an erection. An erection is the relaxation of smooth muscle that allows this sponge-like tissue to fill up with blood. And then that blood that fills up in the sponge shuts the exit door. Okay, so then the blood can't leak.
Hey, yo, we about to get busy, so I appreciate this. Now it makes sense? That last bit of blood, you know what I'm saying? And you better stay exercise, you better stay up. You know what that means? Because somebody might crack that door and a couple of people gonna start leaving. Y'all get what I'm trying to say over here? Let's go, let's get into it.
Leave. And so the thing that causes an erection, which is actually the same thing that Viagra works on, is called nitric oxide. This is the message that causes the smooth muscle to relax and allow the sponge to fill up to its full capacity. Big question is, what is causing the decrease of nitric oxide? Now, if we take an 18-year-old versus a 70-year-old, we get a huge drop in nitric oxide.
That's why they be like, I like them young. The older ladies be like, they be wanting the young boy, right? Because they got that nitrous oxide.
A 70-year-old has a drop of nitric oxide by 75%. So you can now see where the problem is. As we age, we make less nitric oxide. So a lot of people ask me, what supplement?
Be like, boy, your gas is going out. You're losing your gas over there.
Do I recommend? Now, of course, I'm not biased of my own high-quality supplement line, but if you go to Amazon and type Dr. Berg supplements, you'll find more information.
You can do supplements or you can do yourself some thrusts. Let's work out with it, fellas. I recommend you do the thrusts because that's the secret workout. Start to incorporate them in your workout. If you have not already been doing them, you might want to start incorporating this in your workout. Let's keep on. Now I gotta put you guys on to what's going on down there. Pause.
And let me just go through all the things that suppress nitric oxide. Poorly controlled blood sugar, smoking or vaping, sleep apnea, having a sedentary life, not exercising, chronic inflammation, being on certain medications.
A lot of this stuff comes from poor diet. A lot of the beginning stuff came from poor diet. All of the stuff that he said came from poor diet. And also inflammatory, sedentary lifestyle. You gotta move it, move it.
And even mouthwash can, to some degree, interfere with bacteria that can actually lessen your ability to make nitric oxide. So now let's talk about the #1 exercise to help fix erectile dysfunction. This exercise recruits like 70% of your muscles, creating a massive rushing of blood and friction through the blood vessels, generating a lot of nitric oxide, usually within 48 hours. And what is this exercise? Deadlift or a squat. Now, before you jump into this exercise, you might have to work up to it, and there's a whole way to do that, and I will put some links down below of how to do this, but this is one of the best exercises that I would recommend.
Make a lot of sense, right? Look at the motion, fellas. Look at the motion. Look at the motion. Yeah, man, you gotta do some exercise, man. Gotta get them deadlifts going. You get it? Let's go.
I have a free download that I want to give to you. This free download is my daily routine in a checklist. This is a routine that I use every day to feel like I'm 18 years old, even though I'm 60 years old, and I want to give it to you for free. And so there's a little link down below. Click it and definitely download that. Are there other things to do?
Remember, the real cause of erectile dysfunction and the #1 exercise to fix it, Dr. Eric Berg. You don't even have to go anywhere. If you're a member of the Discord, this will be there later. You can click right there and go right to the bottom where he said he's going to give us that free information. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go.
Dude, yes. #1, go on a low carb diet with intermittent fasting. #2, consume foods that can naturally increase your nitric oxide. Out of all the vegetables, arugula stimulates nitric oxide the most.
Now, if the sales in arugula go up after this episode, you know why. Fellas, going to get some arugula. Hell with that Viagra. This is natural.
You also have cacao, which is unheated chocolate. It's like a raw cocoa powder, and some people put it in their coffee and drink that to...
Second day, second doctor that said cacao. Yesterday, it was the other doctor that when we made the healthy shakes. I love when our doctors start to overlap with the right information and saying the same things, you guys. You guys remember the smoothies the other day if you were here from the doctor's kitchen. He used the cacao, and we talked about it yesterday for the inflammation too.
To get more nitric oxide. Beet powder also is another thing that people are using.
You guys are already up on this, and you put me up on it. Vincent, I don't know if it was Colessive or Angels or Winner. You guys put me up on this beet powder.
The increased nitric oxide. And also, if there's any signs that you might have cardiovascular problems, you should get those checked out. I'll put some tests down below in the description so you can talk to your doctor about getting those tests. But even if those tests show up negative, you still want to go on a low-carb diet with intermittent fasting as part of something to help reverse that. Now, even though erectile dysfunction is not caused by low testosterone, testosterone is vitally important, not just in libido, but also to increase your muscle mass. And for more information on that, watch this video right here. Check it out.
So before we even do that, just so you know, it's going to be a lot to do with your food and what your food intake is, why I started saying that. May have to change your diet or incorporate other things like what he talked about here. Eating steak and eggs to boost the testosterone. Steak and eggs, you guys. Maybe that's why the cowboys be out there doing their thing. Steak and eggs. Eat some steak and eggs. Protein, also the right type of fibers that's going to be able to really sustain. We're going to keep on moving forward with this one. Probably in a couple of days, we'll be bringing this one up too. Eat steak and eggs to boost testosterone. Now, fellas, other things that are going to boost what? Our testosterone. Also, do me a favor, also make sure that you're asking any doctors or any physicians that may have prescribed you with anything before you do anything that our bottom line shows you. We don't want to be responsible for anyone having a sickness or anyone losing their life or getting sick. Don't want nobody pulling no joints or anything like that. So always conduct with a doctor before you do anything from the health and wellness section. And this has been the segment of Doctor, wait a minute, let's go get that title again. I want to get that title for you guys. The real cause of erectile dysfunction and the #1 exercise to fix it. Coming in from Dr. Eric, E-R-I-C, Berg. We are already subscribed to Dr. Berg, so guess what? We already subscribed, and that's why we're able to keep on bringing you guys the content. Hopefully you guys love that information coming in today from the health and wellness section, one of my favorite sections. That was kind of funny and kind of fun all together, right? Fellas is like, yo, Boogotti, come on, man. I'm going to get them next week, guys. I'm going to find a way to get them back. Even though they don't have the same situation, I'm going to find a way. Not to get them back, but maybe we'll work on another part of the feminine anatomy. Let me stop, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. But I love you guys so much, and I'm so glad that you're still here with me. If you are, let's go ahead and make sure that we're subscribed, because if you're not, we're working on 74,000 subscribers. And hopefully you appreciate the show that we're at least close to over 200, because I mean, we did have a heck of a good show so far, right? So let's see if we can get those likes up to maybe 300 to get you guys some free merch in the efforts of this keychain right here. It's Freaky Friday. It's Friday. So come on, you guys. Let's get those numbers up. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. All we need is 306 of these Our Bottom Line keychains are coming out, and 6 of the Our Bottom Line decals are coming out as well. 12 pieces in all. All you got to do, get to 300. Email me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's right. Also, if you're not a member of the Discord, where all of our health and wellness videos are, you need to go ahead and tap right down in that message right there where I say Happy Friday and HOBL co-host and family. Hit that link, get that invite. I'll let you in on the other side. We got 5 new people over there. Hope you guys are having fun. New content went up yesterday, and new content's going up today. Let's get on over, because we don't end it that way. We got to keep on moving, you guys. Let's keep on moving to our dog section. I'm sorry, our animal section. Let's see what happens when a freezing pit bull was thrown out of a car. She was such a gentle baby. I don't like to see people that do things like this. A lot of times you'll get a breeder or somebody that just can't take care of a pregnant or a mom that already had babies. And you see what happens is they'll put the mom out and keep the pups. Or they won't take as much, so much love as they would the mom after she's done all of the weaning. That's not a good thing. And around here, we don't play that. So we look out and we look up to everyone, all of our angels, and every one of you guys who have ever saved an animal. Thank you so much for showing your wings. Because someone right here is about to reveal their wings right now. And one of our favorite animals, that's right, you guys, my favorite, that's the pit bull. Like DMX said, oh yeah, I love dogs. But ain't no other dog like a pit bull. It's just my preference. Let's go, you guys. What's going on with this story right here? She was dumped. The freezing pit bull was thrown out of a car. She's a gentle baby. I don't like to see stories like this, but you know what I like? I like that one word, love, because it changes a lot. Watch this. Let's get into it, you guys.
She was dumped. They wouldn't let her in their own car to get out of this freezing weather.
Has she been? Where did you find her?
My heart just broke. You could tell she was in a lot of pain.
I'm just frozen. I don't know what to do.
I decided I'm just gonna get her somewhere that is not out in this freezing weather right now.
It's okay.
We went on to the emergency room. She was so sweet and calm, which is what was so surprising.
I know, she's so sweet.
Any dog like this, pit bull, you could bring that dog straight to me. I got him. I got her. I'll do it. I'll take care of her.
I'll get up for that.
I'm so sick of seeing how nobody steps in to help these dogs that are being dumped. I was so busy at work, but I just knew instantly we had to help her. And just started getting her acclimated being at my house.
Good morning, Miss Elsa.
And you could just see it in her eyes how sad she was. All she wanted to do was just lay in your lap and look into your eyes, deep into your soul.
You're not a white dog. You've got some weight to you, even though you're so skinny.
My biggest concern was obviously, is she aggressive towards kids?
Say good morning.
So my kids are 3 and 1 at the time. That's a lot of energy. She's been so sweet with them, so gentle. She just came in completely broken and just willing to trust again. I feel like it healed part of her soul maybe where she's missing her babies. She got to take care of my 2 kids, protect them and love them. She went through so much and she still chose to trust me and my family. Over time, she would come and lay down in our lap and she would roll over and just stretch. When I seen her roll on her back and wag her tail for the first time, that really gave me so much hope, just knowing she's gonna be okay. She's gonna be able to trust people again. You can just tell how much of a different dog she is now. You dropped it. You're gonna be able to be happy and find a home. We already have 3 dogs, and we want to be able to help take in other dogs as well in future. So she goes crazy.
So this is why I say help these foster people out, because she wants to help more dogs out, and I think that's beautiful. Nobody else would have took this dog in and took the care that she did. The baby, she had all of those sacks leaking down there. She was all sick and outside. Nobody was going to take care of her. She opened her home to save this baby. That's why I keep on telling you about the power of love. Because you see how it turned around the dog? Like all of that love basically took over this dog. Look how it's shining, the coat's fat, looks healthy, all because of love. That's why she needs to remain being a foster so she can keep on doing stuff like this. And that's why I donate and help out people like this so that they can keep on doing it.
She'd do great. And somebody who's willing and open to give this dog love, because she will give it right back to you.
That's right, you guys. Special thanks to Elsa and Kayla, the Knox family. That's _KNOX family. And we ain't do nothing to get in trouble today like the other day, so this video staying up. Yesterday, like I said, you guys, we had to take that video down all because of one word. It was a show yesterday, and it went phenomenal. How do I know? Because everybody was happy, and they left with good spirits. But there was one word that was brought up, and it started with an S, eyed. And I couldn't let it happen. I said, you know what? From experience, I know that they keep on. They keep on scrubbing. They keep on scrubbing. And if they come across that somewhere down the line, boom, another copyright. I said, you know what? So I'm going to take the hit. Took the video down. You guys want to see why I took it down? Go check out the Discord, because we made a whole video about that as well. We're going to go back out today, and we're going to be hitting the streets, getting some information out. We got a couple of places. We got a couple of interviews that's going to be coming up as well. Check out the videos. Channel's going to grow no matter what. Yeah, I actually want them to knock us all the way down, to be honest with you. I'm kind of like Rocky. I want to get beat all the way down so I can get all the way up. So could y'all do me a favor, please? Could y'all settle on what number y'all want us to land on so that we know where we got to start back from again? Because we ain't going nowhere. How about 1? How about that? Because we cool with that too. So guess what? I'm going to be here long as he wake up. Y'all don't run me. YT, you don't run me. That man upstairs do. And he waking me up real strong every single day. I don't got no ailments and no nothing. I planned on doing this for the next 5 years of my life. Why? Because I got the time to do it. So guess what? As long as I got the time to do it, I will start from 1 and start this channel all over again. Because what I heard that we kind of good. I heard that we kind of actually good with our content. Some people say that that's the only reason why they come here, because we watch you all the time. So you know what? If it's 1 or 2 people that's like that, believe it or not, hearing things like that make a person like myself want to stay around. Had one person overseas say that to me. Boogotti, I learned how to speak English because of you. Yeah, right. I ain't even that big. Then he start busting a rhyme, word for word with me. I'm like, oh, this was during the time I was with MOP, of course. But hey, stuff like that happens. So you know what? Inspire somebody. Get behind somebody. Instead of hating, show some love. Double tap a screen somewhere for nothing. Follow somebody. It don't cost you jack. And guess what? We're going to be right here to keep on doing it and keep on moving no matter what you tell us. So let's go. You guys know what we're about to say, right? Let's do it. Now, if you got a video or maybe a show or a job that you're trying to get, or you're trying to promote something, we still got up to 74,000 subscribers, and we're going to be here every single day and keep on giving it to them. So eat that. Let's keep on doing it, you guys. And if you're trying to get your information up on YouTube, on my channel, on our channel, to get in front of 74,000 subscribers, send over your promos to me at bridgethisllc. They have to be in a 1080 by 1080 size frame. That's right, 1080 by 1080 size frame. And I'll make sure that I put them up in that post notification area. And no, we don't have any days off. We do this every single damn day because I love doing it. And another thing I want to tell you guys, don't forget, double tap that screen, hit that subscribers button. And before we, matter of fact, how do we normally do it? Do we do the prayers first and then we get out of there? Yeah, let's get those prayers in the air. because we don't get out of here without doing those prayers. We got to get those prayers in the air first. Let's get those prayers in the air first. Then I'll do the promo after that. I want to thank the Lord and pray for being here, for actually being able to do this show and be in front of every single person that's here and making sure that everybody shows up. They got those gloves, no matter what they're doing or whatever they're trying to do. I want to pray for every single person here that we're having a harmonious and a beautiful day as well as life. I want to pray for your health. I want to pray for love and respect. I want to pray for honor. I want to pray for happiness. I want to pray for every single person here and your family as well as your animals. Who we praying for right now? Let's get those prayers in the air. We're praying for Kendra Walker. Can't forget about Teddy Marcel, Audrey Dorman, Guy and Elsa. Can't forget about Colessive, Matthew, Winter Rising, Liberty, and Justice. Who else we praying for, Maria? Can't forget about Brian, my brother Falcone. I know you. Teddy, all right, Teddy's in the building. You've been getting a lot of prayers out there. I hope you've been doing good knowing that we love you. Brian King Falcone, there you go. Luigi, can't forget about Sweet RV Adventures. I miss you when you're not around. I can get my gas prices from you. Kendra Walker, hope you're doing good, and I hope the family's doing phenomenal. You've been around. Liberty and Justice, God bless you. I'm glad to see you here today. Where's Casey at? I hope he's doing good too. Luigi, Jelena, who else we got in the building this morning? Brian King Falcone, we got Audrey in the building, Guy and Elsa. Can't forget about Colessive. Who else we got? Guy and Elsa. Can't forget about Winter Rising, Angels Among Us. Who else we got to talk about? Teddy. Can't forget about 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy. Also, let's get that love over there for Terry. Can't forget about you, Terry. What's going on with Teddy? I see you in the building today. Got to get those prayers up for you. John, Brian, 420 John Patrick. Can't forget about Justin, Jordan, Jeffrey Spilker. Can't forget about Mark Dorfman, Colessive, Angels Among Us, Winter Rising. Can't forget about my boy Sam Champion. Also got to get my other friend in there. Who else we got? TJ, Ace, Miss Keisha. Can't forget about Miss Swanza. Can't forget about who else? Jelena, myself, Boogotti, NYC, TJ. There we go. That's how we're going to do it for this morning. That's right, you guys. Amen. And you already know what I'm about to tell you about before we get out of here, right? Because we're still doing it. That's right, you guys. The Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search that we're doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, and Staten Island, and Queens. We're still doing it no matter what. It's going to be from 4 o'clock to about 6 o'clock. So about 8 o'clock in the evening. We're going to make sure that they're 4 hours each, especially when we got the liquor stores we're talking about, especially places like Time to Wine in Staten Island, because I need to get back to do what we got to do over here. I'm not too far from Staten Island, so we're going to start it off out there. But yes, it's the Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search that we're doing in all 5 boroughs. And if you're a part of the show and you win in your borough, boom, that's $250. After we get everybody together, we're going to make everybody compete for the grand prize of $1,000. That's right, you guys, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and I'm going to be the one that's going to be the host as well as one of the judges, along with my DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. And if you want to get lit like Miss Swanza always says, go on over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com, and go ahead and get yourself a 4-pack, or all you got to do over there is put your email address in the email list to know when we're going to be doing the talent show. That's right, you guys, the Show Your Talent show. And then guess what, you guys? It's Friday. What you got planned for the weekend? What you got planned for tonight? I know what I got planned. Tomorrow morning. I'll be doing this all over again. That's right, you guys. Our Bottom Line, right here on YouTube at 6 o'clock in the morning. You kill my master. That's right, you guys. I'll be right back here at 6 o'clock in the morning. Our Bottom Line, same station, same channel, and still doing our thing. So let me go ahead and get on some trending topics, current events, and another segment of our favorite segment, which is Health and Wellness section. Anybody want to send in any selections or any ideas? Go ahead and email me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. The Cash App, $BOOGOTTINYC. That's right, you guys. Boogotti NYC. All love and support is appreciated. Y'all all I got. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't even come here. So I see you guys tomorrow. Thanks to all of the gloves and all of the real family and everybody that shows up all of the time. Because even if we might have to go somewhere else, at least I know you guys are going to show up. Go ahead and download Discord because we're going to be doing a lot over there. And we may even go ahead and get that Rumble going again, if you guys don't mind going back over there. We do have an Instagram page. You're going to see a lot of us on our new TikTok page. We everywhere. So now it's time for me to go hit those streets and go see what's going on out there and answer some of these questions about some of these topics and ask some of the people around, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? But not only that, get you guys some more information on what we got going on in other places. Check out a video. Got more information coming up right after this, because guess what? This is our bottom line. Not my show, it's our bottom line. And like I always tell you guys, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me today, I appreciate you. Liberty, glad that you came here. God bless you. Everybody who came to show up, all of the family, I'll see you guys at 6 o'clock in the morning. Remember, join the Discord. And yeah, could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. See you at 6 on Saturday. Get 'em! Peace.